Nazarene fell to 1-2 last Saturday with a 42-0 home loss to nationally ranked Harding University. The Crimson Storm is struggling on the offensive side of the ball. They are averaging 209.7 yards of total offense per game, which ranks last in the GAC and 162nd in the nation. The Wonder Boys are 5-0 all-time against Southern Nazarene. They have outscored the Crimson Storm 243-35 in those 5 meetings, including a combined margin of 98-0 over the last 2 years. If that pattern continues, those of us in green and gold will have fond memories of what was otherwise a very rainy and soggy Family Day 2018 here at Arkansas Tech. Thank you for joining us here in the Team Clean broadcast booth. We will step aside for 2 minutes and then return with a look at the starting lineups. You're listening to Wonder Boys Football. Welcome back to Thone Stadium at Burkle Field in Russellville and the Team Clean broadcast booth. Team Clean, the team that keeps your vehicles clean. Time now to take a look at the starting lineups for tonight's game. First for our guests from Bethany, Oklahoma, the Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm, coached by Andy Lambert, who is 7-18 in 3 seasons at Southern Nazarene. His career record in 22 years as a head coach is 109-114. On the offensive side of the ball for the Crimson Storm, the quarterback is Jacob Spady, 6'5", 195, a senior from Hinton, Oklahoma. The running back is Daniel Ramos III, 5'8", 200, a senior from Arlington, Texas. Devin Brady is the tight end, 6'3", 225, junior, Waxahachie, Texas. The wide receivers for Southern Nazarene are Nate Walker, 5'7", 160, a junior from Hitchcock, Texas. Reese Carlson, 6'4", 210, a junior from Gig Harbor, Washington. And Reed Roloffs, 6'5", 180, a junior from University Place, Washington. On the offensive line for Southern Nazarene, the left tackle is Hunter Flanagan, 6'2", 265, sophomore, Pottsboro, Texas. The left guard is Driston McCubbins, 6'1", 230, a junior from Monrovia, Indiana. The center is Hunter Jones, 5'9", 260, senior, Davis, Oklahoma. Will Bates is at right guard, 6 foot 280, a sophomore from Locust Grove, Oklahoma. And Sam Perkins is the right tackle, 6'4", 330, junior, Carnegie, Oklahoma. The defensive side for the Crimson Storm, the defensive ends in a 3-4 alignment are Zach Lloyd, 6'2", 200, a senior from Bartlesville, Oklahoma, and Derek Gillis, 6 foot 206, a senior from Houston, Texas. The nose guard is Marin Biletich, 5'11", 264, senior, Killeen, Texas. The linebackers for Southern Nazarene are Jake Hansen, 6'2", 218, sophomore, Elk River, Minnesota. Miles Roll, 5'11", 225, senior, Cypress, Texas. Breon Jackson, 5'10", 185, senior, Copperas Cove, Texas. And Angel Hernandez, 6 foot 200, sophomore, Huntington Beach, California. The safeties for Southern Nazarene are Anthony Stevens II, 5'10", 156, a junior from Harker Heights, Texas, and Josh Jordan, 5'8", 155, junior, Mansfield, Texas. The cornerbacks are Jaquil Davis, 5'7", 145, sophomore, Rowlett, Texas, and Dorian Harris, 5'9", 150, junior, out of Mansfield, Texas. Now the starters for the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys, coached by Raymond Monica, 32 and 28 in 6 seasons at Arkansas Tech. His career record is 96 and 73 in 13 seasons as a head coach overall. Starting on the offensive side of the ball, the quarterback for the Wonder Boys is Carter Burcham, 6'3", 196, a redshirt freshman from Greenbrier. Brian Allen is the running back, the 4th leading rusher in the history of Arkansas Tech football, 5'11", 191, a senior from Forest City. The halfback is Chris Eastburn, 6 foot 244, senior from Piercy. The tight end, Austin McNeely, 6'5", 216, sophomore, Pottsville. The wide receivers are Therese Hampton, 6 foot 193, senior from Warren, and Tremel Glasper, 6'1", 190, senior, Dallas, Texas. On the offensive line for the Wonder Boys, the left tackle is Trey Bradley, 6'4", 270, a senior from Conway. Damon Nelson, the left guard, 6'3", 340, sophomore from Springdale. The center, Myron Henderson, 6'2", 280, sophomore from Memphis, Tennessee. Drew Turner is at right guard, 6'4", 315, a junior from Russellville. And the right tackle is Christian Mayer, 6'5", 290, sophomore, out of Muskogee, Oklahoma. The defensive side for the Wonder Boys in a 4-2-5 alignment, the defensive ends are Jared Loftus, 6 foot 242, senior, Dallas, Texas, and Brian Scott, 6'3", 242, senior, Nacogdoches, Texas. The interior defensive lineman, T.J. McPherson, 6'1", 265, junior, Jackson, Mississippi, and George Brooks, 6'2", 280, freshman, Allen, Texas. The linebackers, Gio Williams, 6'1", 210, sophomore, Denton, Texas, and K.J. Reed, 6'1", 219, a senior from Texarkana. The cornerbacks for Arkansas Tech are Jant Weary, 5'11", 179, senior, Mesquite, Texas, and Dio Williams, 6'1", 188, sophomore, Denton, Texas. The safeties are Andrew Craig, 6 foot 197, senior, Corinth, Texas, and Kristen Trammell, 5'9", 181, a senior out of Pine Bluff. The rover is Quay Rose, the All-American from McGee, 5'10", 183. He is a senior. It is almost time for kickoff at Thone Stadium at Burkle Field in Russellville. Right now, we will step aside for 1 minute plus a station ID. When we return, it'll be time for football between the Wonder Boys and the Crimson Storm in the Team Clean broadcast booth. This is Arkansas Tech football.
Southern Nazarene has deferred to the second half. You want the ball, let's go, you want to kick them. You want to kick them, that will turn your back this way, gentlemen. For the first half, Arkansas Tech will receive.
Welcome back to the Team Clean broadcast booth at Thone Stadium at Burkle Field in Russellville as we get ready for Great American Conference football tonight on a rainy night in Russellville, Arkansas. here on River Country, KCJC, and ArkansasTechSports.com. The Wonder Boys and the Crimson Storm in this one. This is one of 6 Great American Conference football games scheduled for today. Already one final score in from this afternoon down at Convoy Leslie Cotton Bowl Stadium in Monticello. It was Southeastern Oklahoma State 21 and UA Monticello 7 as Southeastern Oklahoma State improved to 2-2 on the year. UA Monticello fell to 1-3. All the other games under the lights tonight. Southwestern Oklahoma State is at Henderson State. Oklahoma Baptist visiting Harding. It's Southern Arkansas playing host to Northwestern Oklahoma State. And the Ouachita Tigers are home for the East Central Tigers in the loveliest village on the Ouachita River, Arkadelphia, Arkansas. We'll keep an eye on all of those scores for you as we move through the evening. The Wonder Boys will receive the opening kickoff in our game. Arkansas Tech will be moving from our right to our left toward the north goal and the Hull building here in the first quarter of play. Back deep to return the kick for Arkansas Tech. On the near side, it's Ladarius Burns, and on the far side, it is Isaac Disney. And set to kick it away for Southern Nazarene will be Carlos Anguiano on what is very much of a binoculars required night here at Thone Stadium at Burkle Field, as the rain has been falling for most of the day, as you know if you're here in Russellville. And so it's going to be a little bit of a rainy night at Thone Stadium at Burkle Field. It is a night that the old country singer Eddie Rabbit would definitely enjoy, as he loved a rainy night, as he told us in the old song. And we thank you for joining us here tonight. We know a lot of you would have loved to have been here at the stadium, but the weather causing you to stay home. We hope that you'll enjoy the broadcast here on River Country and ArkansasTechSports.com. Anguiano set to put his right foot into it, and we are underway in game number 4 of the 2018 season for Arkansas Tech. The kick comes down at about the 7-yard line to Isaac Disney. He bounces it to the outside and will be brought down just shy of the 20-yard line. Special team stop made for Southern Nazarene University by Dylan Bauer. And it'll be first down and 10 for Arkansas Tech. They gave Disney up to the 20-yard line, and so that's where the Wonder Boys would have gone on offense, but there's also a penalty flag down on the field, and they are pointing in a direction that would not favor Arkansas Tech. Let's see what our referee has for us. He says holding against Arkansas Tech, and so that'll cost the Wonder Boys 10 yards from the spot of the foul, and it moves the football back to the 10-yard line. And so some poor field position on a night when you consider the weather conditions. Field position may be even more important than usual tonight. And when you get deep in your own territory like this, really a lot of the focus shifts to not making a mistake that could gift wrap points for the opposition. Carter Burcham, the Arkansas Tech quarterback, will line up in a pistol formation with Brian Allen behind him. Pass to the far side of the field is complete, but it will go for a loss. Making the reception for Arkansas Tech was Trey Smith, and he was immediately wrapped up by Jaquel Davis, sophomore defensive back for Southern Nazarene. They spot it down at the 9-yard line for a loss of 1, and it'll be second down and 11 for Arkansas Tech. Per usual, the Wonder Boys go no huddle. Receiver out wide to the right is Therese Hampton. Receiver to the near side is Tremel Glasper. Burcham wants to run an option play right. He will keep, turns it upfield, and takes the football to the 12-yard line for a gain of 3. It'll bring up third down and 8 for Arkansas Tech. Tackle made for Southern Nazarene by Marin Bilitich. They end up spotting Burcham down at the 11, so let's call it third down and 9 for Arkansas Tech. The Wonder Boys converting on 35.8% of their third down conversions this year. That's 8th best among the 12 GAC members. Burcham sets up, throws toward the near side. Catch is made by Chris Eastburn. He's out over the 15 to the 20, and he will have an Arkansas Tech Buffalo Wild Wings first down as the Wonder Boys convert on third down and 9, advancing the football out to the 22-yard line for a gain of 11 on the pass from Burcham to Eastburn. And it is indeed an Arkansas Tech Buffalo Wild Wings first down, B-dubs, where every day is game day. Empty backfield for Burcham on 1st and 10 from his own 22. Throws deep down the middle of the field for Disney and overshot him. Intended receiver was Isaac Disney. Coverage provided for Southern Nazarene by Dorian Harris. And it will be second down and 10, Arkansas Tech from its own 22-yard line. This is the 6th all-time meeting between these two football programs. The Wonder Boys, as we said earlier, 5-0, including shutout victories over Southern Nazarene the last 2 years. It's the first time the Wonder Boys have had shutouts in back-to-back seasons in almost 40 years. Pass across the middle, complete for Therese Hampton. He will have a first down at the 37-yard line, a gain of 15, and an Arkansas Tech Buffalo Wild Wings first down on the slant route across the middle. And the Wonder Boys move the chains once more. 13:21 to go go in the first quarter. No score between Arkansas Tech and Southern Nazarene. Carter Burcham in a shotgun formation, flanked by two setbacks. He wants to send Brian Allen in motion right. Justin Bailey is the other running back. Burcham to throw. Now rolls to his left. He's got some open field. Sets, though, and throws deep. He is looking down the near sideline for Drew Wade and just overshot him. Coverage provided for Southern Nazarene by Jaquil Davis and Trenton Smith. And the incompletion on the deep ball will bring up 2nd down and 10 for Arkansas Tech. And it's obvious the Wonder Boys in their film study this week saw some weaknesses perhaps deep against the Southern Nazarene secondary and some opportunities for some big plays. Burcham on 2nd down and 10 hands it off, running room up the middle, out to midfield and into Southern Nazarene territory with another Arkansas Tech Buffalo Wild Wings first down goes Brian Allen. Allen is stopped in Southern Nazarene territory at the 46. It is a gain of 17 yards, and the Wonder Boys want to go quickly. Burcham hands to Allen. This time Allen running left, trying to get around left end, pursued by two Southern Nazarene defenders and forced out of bounds at the 42-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4. He was forced out by Jaquil Davis, who has been a busy man in the early going for Southern Nazarene defensively. And the gain of 4 will make it 2nd down and 6 for Arkansas Tech at the Crimson Storm 42-yard line. 12:28 to go in a scoreless first quarter. First possession of the game. Handoff Brian Allen, runs right, looking for running room, finds some, and carries it down close to first down yardage. Tackle for Southern Nazarene by Miles Roll. They spot Allen down at the 37-yard line, and so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 1 for Arkansas Tech following a gain of 5 on 2nd down. Wonder Boys send in an extra offensive lineman to the left side of the formation. That's Justin Carr, who will provide an extra block on that left side if the play happens to go that direction. Chris Eastburn, the halfback, is lined up to the right side of the formation. On 3rd down and 1, Burcham turns, hands to Brian Allen, and Allen will have the Arkansas Tech Buffalo Wild Wings first down, carrying the football on 3rd down and 1 for a gain of 2 to the 35-yard line. And the Wonder Boys have it at the Southern Nazarene 35 and a fresh set of downs with 11:38 to go in the first quarter. Wonder Boys methodically making their way down the field and keeping that Southern Naz defense honest with the occasional deep ball. Run up the middle by Brian Allen. And he is going to be stopped after a short gain. Tackle made for Southern Nazarene by Dylan Metter, sophomore linebacker. They've got Allen down at the 32-yard line following a gain of 3. And it'll be 2nd down and 7 for the Wonder Boys. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. The 2 left are Tramel Glasper and Drew Wade. Out wide to the right is Therese Hampton. Burcham hands it off to Justin Bailey. The junior from Mayflower goes between the tackles down to the 30-yard line. Pickup on the play will be 2 as they spot the football down at the 30-yard line. And it will be 3rd down and 5 for Arkansas Tech. The Wonder Boys have been very good on 3rd down in the early going. This Arkansas Tech offense came into the night averaging 388.7 yards of total offense per game. That's right in the middle of the Great American Conference, 6th out of the 12 teams. Burcham on 3rd down and 5 has the snap. Looking right, throwing right, down the far boundary. It is incomplete. Therese Hampton, the intended receiver, but he was expertly covered by Dorian Harris. And now with the rain and everything considered and the fact that it would be a 47-yard field goal from here, the Wonder Boys very likely to go for it on 4th down and 5. Arkansas Tech has converted on 5 of 7 4th down conversion tries so far this season. Carter Burcham will bring them to the line of scrimmage. They need to get to the Southern Nazarene 25-yard line in order to maintain possession. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. A Crimson Storm defender runs onto the field right before the snap. Burcham throwing across the middle. It is knocked down, incomplete, and the Southern Nazarene Crimson Storm will take over on downs. Deflecting it for Southern Nazarene, more like batting it down, was Anthony Stevens. Stevens, junior defensive back out of Harker Heights, Texas, gets the football back for Southern Nazarene with 10:21 to go in the opening quarter as the Wonder Boys make progress on their opening drive, but ultimately it yields no points as the drive stalls at the Southern Nazarene 30-yard line. The Crimson Storm is last in the GAC in total offense and scoring offense so far this year, averaging just 15 points per game. The quarterback is Jacob Spady. He hands it off to Daniel Ramos. Ramos up the middle. Meets Quay Rose over the 30-yard line. Spins off that hit and gets up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5 on 1st down for Southern Nazarene. Crimson Storm more proficient in the run game than they are the pass game. They average 148 rushing yards per game. That's 7th among the 12 GAC members. And their quarterback, Jacob Spady, is the 6th leading rusher individually in the conference at 77 yards per game. Spady, the quarterback. Daniel Ramos is the running back on 2nd down and 5 for Southern Nazarene from its own 35-yard line. Spady fakes a handoff, wants to run left, but he is immediately wrapped up, and he'll be dropped for a loss. It was T.J. McPherson, the junior defensive lineman for Arkansas Tech out of Jackson, Mississippi, who wrapped him up with a big hug back at the 32-yard line. Loss of 3 on the play. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 8, and 3rd down and 8 is not the type of situation you want to face when you average just 61.7 passing yards per game, which ranks last in the conference and 166th in the nation among the 172 institutions that sponsor NCAA Division II football this season. 3rd down and 8 for the Crimson Storm from its own 32-yard line, 9 minutes to go in a scoreless first quarter in Russellville. Man in motion. They hand it off on an end around, and he'll be stopped well short of the 1st down. The ball carrier was Nate Walker. Quay Rose with the tackle for Arkansas Tech following a gain of 3. It's going to be 4th down and 5 Southern Nazarene, and they will send out their punt unit, which is led by Ryan Reed. Reed, 5th in the GAC in punting at 40.8 yards per attempt. He calls Henderson, Texas home, 6'6", 240 pounds, as he awaits the snap. Isaac Disney waits at his own 25-yard line to return the punt. Good snap. The kick is away by the left-footed punter. It will land at the 30-yard line, takes a big Southern Nazarene bounce and roll, and it's going to come to a rest inside the 10-yard line. It will roll dead at the Arkansas Tech 6-yard line as Disney unable to come up and field that one in the air. And as a result, Southern Nazarene able to pin the Wonder Boys deep in their own territory following the punt by Ryan Reed. 8:13 to go first quarter, and there's timeout on the field here at Thone Stadium at Burkle Field. In the Team Clean broadcast booth, we pause for 1 minute. No score. This is Wonder Boys football.
It will be 1st down and 10 for Arkansas Tech at their own 6-yard line. That's Brian Allen, the ball carrier, number 25.
Brian Allen with the carry for Arkansas Tech on 1st down following what was an abbreviated media timeout. They drop him for a loss of 2 back to the 4-yard line, and so Arkansas Tech faces 2nd down and 12 from there. Carter Burcham again gives to Allen. Allen goes up the middle. Ball came loose, still loose inside the 10-yard line, and Southern Nazarene says that it has it. The officials will unpile it and say for sure, but it is indeed Southern Nazarene who has come away with the lost fumble, recovering it for Southern Nazarene. Angel Hernandez, sophomore linebacker out of Garland, Texas, out of Huntington Beach, California, recovers the fumble. He does so at the Arkansas Tech 7-yard line, and it's exactly what we talked about earlier when the Wonder Boys had to start from their own 10-yard line on the previous possession. When you're that deep in your own territory, really the main thing you're trying to protect against is a mistake that will give points to the other side, and now it's incumbent upon the Arkansas Tech defense to try to come up with a stop, despite the fact that Southern Nazarene will start 1st and goal from the Arkansas Tech 7-yard line following the turnover on the lost fumble. The Wonder Boys defense was excellent in the red zone last week. Oklahoma Baptist made it into the red zone 5 times last Saturday, and the Wonder Boys defense turned them away without a single point on 4 occasions. New quarterback in for Southern Nazarene. Running right with it is Gage Porter. Porter tries to turn it upfield, but he is going to be stopped for not much, and there's a penalty flag down. And so we'll wait and see what that's all about here with 7:36 to go in the first quarter and no score between Arkansas Tech and Southern Nazarene. Not a breath of wind right now. A steady rain is falling, however. And here's our referee to let us know what he's got on the penalty as he gets done discussing it with one of his linesmen. It is a false start, so that play never happened. It was blown dead. And it'll be a 5-yard penalty against Southern Nazarene that will move the football back to the Arkansas Tech 12-yard line. And it'll still be first down and goal for the Crimson Storm. It looks as though Gage Porter will stay in at quarterback. That's one thing you see a lot when these kind of short yardage quarterbacks go in. It's a little bit of a different cadence in the snap count. You see a lot of false starts when teams employ this strategy. Keeper by Porter lowers his right shoulder and gets inside the 10-yard line down to about the 8. Tackle made for Arkansas Tech by DeAnthony Phelon. They will spot Porter down on the quarterback keeper at the 8-yard line, so a gain of 4, and it's second down and goal for Southern Nazarene. 7 minutes and 14 seconds to play first quarter. No score between the Wonder Boys and the Crimson Storm. And Southern Nazarene, which has not scored a single point against Arkansas Tech the last 2 years, trying to take advantage of a Wonder Boys turnover early on in this one. Gage Porter awaits the snap on second down and goal from the Tech 8. Fakes a handoff. He's going to try to run it straight ahead inside the 5, dragging the pile, gets to the 1, and a Wonder Boy defender able to wrap him up and pull him back from there. A touchdown-saving tackle made for Arkansas Tech by Trey Chisholm, who wrapped up Porter and dropped him at the 1-yard line. Crimson Storm's going to go quickly here as they rush to the line of scrimmage on third down and goal from the 1-yard line. Porter under center takes the snap, tries to push straight ahead, waiting for a signal from the officials, and there it is. A touchdown, Southern Nazarene, on a 1-yard quarterback keeper right up the middle by Gage Porter, and Southern Nazarene does indeed take advantage of the Arkansas Tech mistake on the turnover, and as a result, the Crimson Storm has scored a point against Arkansas Tech for the first time since 2015. The kicker is Carlos Anguiano, and he will attempt the extra point. Anguiano so far this year, 6 out of 6 on point-after-touchdown kicks. The placement is down. The kick is away. It is good, and our new score with 6 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the first quarter is Southern Nazarene 7, Arkansas Tech 0. In the Team Clean broadcast booth, we pause for 1 minute. You're listening to the Wonder Boys.
Number 14, Isaac Disney, and number 28, Ladarius Burns, each receive for Arkansas Tech. Number 10, Carlos Anguiano, will kick off for Southern Nazarene.
The scoring drive for Southern Nazarene was 3 plays, 7 yards. It took 1 minute and 11 seconds, resulting in the 1-yard touchdown run by Gage Porter. And now the Crimson Storm will kick it back to the Wonder Boys with 6:28 to go in the first quarter, and the Crimson Storm leading 7-0 for Gage Porter. It was his first rushing touchdown of the season. The ensuing kickoff by Carlos Anguiano is going to come down to Isaac Disney at the 8-yard line, out over the 15, the 20, up to the 25, the 30, and he'll be stopped there. Special teams tackle for Southern Nazarene by Angel Hernandez, and it'll be first down and 10 Arkansas Tech as they will spot the football right at the 30-yard line. The Wonder Boys so far with 61 yards of total offense, 25 passing, 36 rushing. Arkansas Tech has been penalized 1 time for 10 yards. Wonder Boys have limited Southern Nazarene to just 17 yards of total offense, but the difference in the game right now is that one lone turnover. Brian Allen is the running back. Carter Burcham is the quarterback in a pistol formation for Arkansas Tech. Now Allen shifts over to the right side of Burcham, takes the handoff. Allen trying to get around left end, trying to bounce off one defender, does so, stays on his feet, lowers his head, and gets out over the 35-yard line. They'll spot him down at the 36 with a gain of 6. Among the Crimson Storm defenders who made that stop, Dylan Metter. Also contact made by Daniel Flynn, senior defensive back. And it's 2nd down and 4 for Arkansas Tech from its own 36-yard line. Burcham hands to Allen, tries the middle, shakes off one defender, puts the football in his left arm, bounces it to the outside, gets over the 45, and all the way up to the 48-yard line goes Brian Allen, a gain of 12, and an Arkansas Tech Buffalo Wild Wings first down. B-dubs, where every day is game day. It's 1st down and 10, Arkansas Tech from its own 48-yard line. 5:38 to go first quarter. Crimson Storm leads 7-0. Handoff Allen. Allen up the middle, and he carries the football into Crimson Storm territory down to the 44-yard line. A pickup of 8 with a quick burst behind the right side of that Arkansas Tech offensive line. And the Wonder Boys have 2nd down and short at the Southern Nazarene 44. They want to go quickly. Burcham hands to Allen. Allen the workhorse on this drive so far, and he will have an Arkansas Tech Buffalo Wild Wings first down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 2 on 2nd down and 2. Tackle made for Southern Nazarene by Marin Biletich and Daniel Flynn, and it is 1st and 10 Arkansas Tech at the Southern Nazarene 41-yard line. Both teams make some changes. Therese Hampton is the receiver right for Arkansas Tech. Tremel Glasper and Drew Wade are the receivers left. Carter Burcham hands to Ladarius Burns, who's checked in at running back, and he is wrapped up by Southern Nazarene's Ryan Lara. A freshman defensive lineman makes the tackle for no gain. And it'll be 2nd down and 10, Arkansas Tech. The line of scrimmage remains the Southern Nazarene 41. Burns stays in as the running back. Chris Eastburn is in at halfback. He goes to the right side of the formation. One receiver right, one to the left on 2nd down and 10. Burcham, play action fake, throws across the middle. Catch is made by Therese Hampton, and he hangs on to the football inside the 30-yard line and down to the 26. It's a gain of 15 on 2nd down and 10. However, there was a penalty flag down on the far side of the field at the 35-yard line, and our referee will let us know the Wonder Boys are already backing up. Ineligible receiver downfield against Arkansas Tech, and so that will wipe out that 15-yard completion. And with 4 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the first quarter, it will remain 2nd down for Arkansas Tech. Now the ball will be spotted at the Crimson Storm 46, and it'll be 2nd down and 15. Southern Nazarene taking advantage of an Arkansas Tech turnover deep in its own territory here in the first quarter, and the Crimson Storm lead at 7-0. A bit of a busted play here. Burcham rolls right, throws across the middle, and it is incomplete just behind his intended receiver, Therese Hampton, as it looked like Burcham and Ladarius Burns had a different notion of which direction that play was supposed to go as they went to exchange the football on a potential handoff. But that did not go as planned, and so Burcham tried to make the best of it. And it results in an incomplete pass that brings up 3rd down and 15. Arkansas Tech 2 out of 3 on 3rd down conversions so far tonight. Brian Allen back in at running back. Burcham fumbles the snap and just has to fall on it. He falls on the football back at the 49-yard line of Arkansas Tech. The play goes for a loss of 5, and you can just chalk that one up to the wet field conditions and the wet football as Burcham could not get a clean handle on it. And Carson Ayers will trot out to punt this one away for Arkansas Tech. Ayers is the Wonder Boys pooch punting specialist. And his job here will be to bury Southern Nazarene deep in its own territory, a circumstance the Arkansas Tech offense has already faced twice tonight. 3:25 to go first quarter. Southern Naz leads 7-0 and about to get the football back. Ayers gets the snap. The punt is away, angling it toward the far sideline. It will go inside the 20-yard line, takes an Arkansas Tech bounce and roll, and will come to a rest at the 9-yard line. A fine job by Carson Ayers on a punt of 42 yards, and Southern Nazarene has it 1st and 10 at its own 9-yard line with 3:07 to play in the first quarter. This Southern Nazarene offense had a very short field the last time they took over as they got to start at the Arkansas Tech 7-yard line the last time they had the football. This time they have a very long field. They'll have to go 91 yards for a touchdown this time. Southern Nazarene has yet to pick up a first down. They have just 17 yards of total offense. And this Tech defense, I can assure you, is looking to even that turnover count right now. Gage Porter remains the quarterback, hands it off to Daniel Ramos. Ramos goes up the middle and has a gain of 6 out to the 15-yard line. It'll be second down, and they're going to put it back at the 14-yard line for a gain of 5. And so it'll be second down and 5 for Southern Nazarene from there as we go under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. Southern Nazarene in front 7-0. Henderson State has jumped out to a 14-0 lead over Southwestern Oklahoma State in that ball game tonight in Arkadelphia. Man in motion for Southern Nazarene is Nate Walker. Now quarterback Gage Porter looks like he wants to change the play with 12 seconds on the play clock. He relays the signal to his offensive lineman. And now awaits the snap, has it. Handoff. Ramos tries to go right, pursued by Gary Burton, stays on his feet, and Burton is able to wrestle him to the turf at the 19-yard line, which may very well be enough for a Southern Nazarene first down. It's going to be very close. And they will go ahead and say first down Crimson Storm as Southern Nazarene picks up its first down of the game. And they've got it 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Excellent pursuit there by Gary Burton. He came all the way from the left defensive end spot to make that tackle on the other side of the field. Never gave up on that play. Porter hands it off to Ramos. Ramos up the middle, going through arm tackles up to the 25-yard line. Again, it's Burton now on the stop for the Wonder Boys. They'll spot him down at the 24-yard line with a gain of 5. It'll be second down and 5 for Southern Nazarene. Crimson Storm with 32 yards of total offense, and all of them have come on the ground so far. Not a single passing yard. Wonder Boys in their standard 4-2-5 defense. But I can assure you those safeties creeping up ever closer to the line of scrimmage to try to help stop this Southern Nazarene running game, particularly until they can prove themselves a threat in the passing game. Porter in a pistol formation with Ramos behind him, brings a man in motion. He fakes a handoff to that man. Now he's in a world of trouble. Running to his right, trying to find some room, pursued by Andrew Craig and forced out of bounds at the 30-yard line. That'll be a gain of 6 and a Southern Nazarene first down. It looked like the Wonder Boys had Gage Porter dead to rights in the backfield, but he was able to find some running room, escaping out to his right and picking up a Southern Nazarene first down at the 30-yard line. Just a heads-up play there by Porter. 51 seconds to play in the first quarter. Southern Nazarene 7, Arkansas Tech 0. We've spoken of the Wonder Boys' dominance of the Crimson Storm over the years. What we haven't mentioned yet is it was about exactly 1 year ago that Southern Nazarene went to Searcy and beat a Harding University team that eventually reached the national semifinals of the NCAA Division II playoffs a year ago. Porter on a quarterback draw goes up the middle, bounced to the outside, pursued and taken down by DeAnthony Phelan. Phelan, with an excellent defensive play there, came up and cut off the running lane that was intended by Gage Porter. A late penalty flag is down. Phelan was able to stop him for a gain of just a couple. Now let's see what we've got on the penalty flag. It's against Southern Nazarene, we know that much. It is holding, and so that'll move the football back to the 27-yard line. And from there it'll be first down, and now they're going a little further now. They first were going to put it at the 27. Now they're going to put it at the 22. And so they gave him a gain of a couple on that play up to the 32. That's where the penalty occurred. And the step off from the spot of the foul to the 22 makes it first down and 18 for Southern Nazarene. Gage Porter will work from the shotgun. Ramos to his right. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Porter brings a man in motion, Nate Walter. Porter rolling right. Porter under pressure, pursued by 2 Wonder Boys. Without a base underneath him, unloads deep, and it is complete for a moment. And then did he hang on to it? Yes, he did. Completion made to Reese Carlson, senior wide receiver for Southern Nazarene, all the way up at the Arkansas Tech 46-yard line. It is a gain of 32 yards on the pass from Porter to Carlson. Porter rolling out to his right, threw that one from a leaping position and somehow able to find Carlson for the big gain. And so Southern Nazarene will have it in Arkansas Tech territory when we come back. That's the end of the first quarter. Southern Nazarene 7, Arkansas Tech 0. In the Team Clean broadcast booth, we pause for 30 seconds. You're listening to the Wonder Boys.
Outdoor display, Copper Pig, Dr. Pepper Building. Best indoor display, Sherwood Urgent Care. Tech Pride Award, the Old Bank Sports Grill. Best First Time Entry, Quick Service Cleaners. People's Choice Award, Copper King, Copper Building.
Want to pass along special thanks to each and every one of the local businesses that participated in Paint the Town Green and Gold 2018. A great show of Arkansas Tech spirit throughout our community. Our friends at Holiday Inn Express and Suites were the winners of the overall prize. Several other prizes were awarded. We invite you to go to arkansastechnews.com and read a full accounting of how things turned out in the Paint the Town Green and Gold storefront decorating contest. Also had a great Paint the Town Green and Gold festival on Thursday night at Depot Park in Russellville downtown. Great musical entertainment by local band Morgan Road. And then some great pictures in the alley with Kurt Jones Photography and Jerry the Bulldog, campus ambassador at Arkansas Tech. It was a great evening on Thursday, and thank you to each and every one of you who participated and showed your support for Arkansas Tech University during Paint the Town Green and Gold 2018. Gage Porter on the first play of the second quarter runs a quarterback draw for Southern Nazarene, bounces it to the outside to his right, and is out of bounds at the 40-yard line, forced out by Quay Rose, and then as a Wonder Boy defender went into the far boundary, so there was a little bit of extra pushing and shoving, and a penalty flag or two was thrown. And we will have at least one unsportsmanlike conduct foul here against one side or the other. We may very well have offsetting fouls, one on both teams, with 14:53 to go in the second quarter, and Southern Nazarene leading 7-0. Here's the referee to let us know what he's got, as he checks with one of his friends to make sure he's got it exactly right.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct, number 8 on the
It is unsportsmanlike conduct just against Southern Nazarene, and so that'll cost the Crimson Storm 15 yards. It moves the football back into Crimson Storm territory at the 47-yard line, taking away a good bit of that gain. And it'll be second down and 17 for Southern Nazarene from its own 47-yard line. So a gain of 8, largely negated by that penalty. And Gage Porter will line up in a shotgun formation with Daniel Ramos to his left. He has the snap, fakes a handoff, running right, Ramos in front as a blocker. Porter upended as he reaches the 40-yard line. Quay Rose with the tackle for Arkansas Tech. The play will go for a gain of 3, and it will be third down and 14 for Southern Nazarene with the ball spotted right at the midfield stripe. Arkansas Tech led defensively so far by Quay Rose with 5 tackles, including 1 tackle for a loss. Trey Chisholm and Gary Burton with 2 tackles apiece for Arkansas Tech. Wonder Boys with 85 yards of total offense compared to 56 for Southern Nazarene on a rainy night in Russellville, and now whistles. And a timeout is called, apparently by Southern Nazarene. 13:59 to go in the second quarter. Southern Nazarene leading 7-0 here at the Team Clean broadcast position. We step aside for 30 seconds. This is Arkansas Tech football. Thirteen minutes and 59 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Third down and 14 for Southern Nazarene from the 50-yard line. Elsewhere, Henderson State leads Southwestern Oklahoma State 14-7. Harding is in front of Oklahoma Baptist 21-7. They're tied at 7 in Magnolia between Southern Arkansas and Northwestern Oklahoma State. And Ouachita early in the second quarter has a 7-0 lead over East Central. Southern Nazarene leading here 7-0 on 3rd and 14. Porter has the snap, steps up in the pocket collapsing, and he is wrapped up, gets away from one defender, now rolls out to his right, throws it deep. It is incomplete. Intended receiver for Southern Nazarene inside the Arkansas Tech 20-yard line was Trey Hills. There to break it up for Arkansas Tech was D.O. Williams, and a heads-up play there by D.O. Williams. It would have been easy for him to give up on that play, thinking the Wonder Boys had Porter sacked in the backfield. The natural inclination would have been to begin celebrating and running off the field, because it looked for sure that Porter was going to be sacked, but he slipped out of the grasp of the Arkansas Tech defender and was able to uncork that one deep and very nearly completed it to Trey Hills. Now it'll be Ryan Reed to punt it away for Southern Nazarene. Trying to pin the Wonder Boys deep in their own territory. It lands at the 20-yard line. Isaac Disney takes it on a hop at the 6 and gets clobbered. He is drilled by Daniel Flynn at the 5-yard line, and the Wonder Boys for the third time in this football game, and we're just at the 13:38 mark of the second quarter, and for the third time already the Wonder Boys will have to start from their own 10-yard line or worse. This time it'll be the 5, and they'll have it when we come back to the Team Clean broadcast booth. 13:38 to go, second quarter. Southern Naz leads 7-0 back in 1 minute. This is Wonder Boys football.
Following the timeout, it will be first down and 10 for Arkansas Tech at the 5-yard line. Number 25, Brian Allen, the ball carrier.
Hand off to Brian Allen on first down for Arkansas Tech, and he carries the football up to about the 8-yard line, a pickup of 3, and there is a Wonder Boy shaken up on the play, and they have blown the whistle and will bring out the athletic training staff to take a look at Christian Mayer. While they do that, we will step aside for 30 seconds here in the Team Clean broadcast booth with Southern Nazarene leading 7-0 early in the second quarter. Back in 30 seconds, this is Wonder Boys football. They are getting Christian Mayer back up to his feet, and he'll be able to leave the field largely under his own power. Drew Turner had already given an indication he was going to check in his place here with 13:22 to go in the second quarter, and Southern Nazarene leading Arkansas Tech 7-0. The ball is at the Wonder Boys 8-yard line, and it is second down and 7 from there, as Burcham works from a pistol formation with Brian Allen behind him. Burcham turns, gives to Allen. Allen looks for running room up the middle and doesn't find a lot. Stopped at the 9-yard line. Tackle for Southern Nazarene by Derek Gillis and Angel Hernandez. Down at the 9-yard line is Allen. That makes it third down and 6. The Wonder Boys 2 out of 4 on third down conversion tries so far tonight. As Isaac Disney checks in at wide receiver, he and Tremel Glasper will be to the right side of the formation. Chris Eastburn, the halfback, is to the left side. Burcham in a pistol formation. Brian Allen behind him on third down and 6. Fakes a handoff, rolling right, throwing, pass complete to Eastburn. Eastburn upended at the 14-yard line. Looks to be short of the yard to gain. It was third down and 6, and the Wonder Boys able to get 5 yards on that completed pass from Burcham to Eastburn. And that will bring out Arkansas Tech punter Tyler Dunlop to kick it away on fourth down and 1 from his own 14-yard line. Dunlop averaging 42.8 yards per punt so far this season. That ranks second in the Great American Conference. Dunlop awaits the snap. It is on target. The punt is away. It is going to be fielded at the Southern Nazarene 45-yard line by Stephen Gordon, and he returns it into Arkansas Tech territory. Down at the 47-yard line, tackle made by Jay Jones, and a penalty flag is down with 11:54 left in the second quarter, and Southern Nazarene about to get the football back. Crimson Storm leading 7-0, and right now the Wonder Boys very much losing the field position battle. And that's the number one reason that the Crimson Storm is in front in this football game, despite the fact that the Arkansas Tech defense has held Southern Nazarene to just 56 yards of total offense. Unnecessary roughness against the return team, Southern Nazarene. That is the second such penalty that the Crimson Storm has accumulated here in the first half. They've now been penalized 4 times for 38 yards in all. And as a result of this 15-yard penalty, instead of starting at the Arkansas Tech 46-yard line, they will start at their own 38. And with 11:54 left until halftime. Speaking of halftime, I've got some bad news. We will not have our usual halftime entertainment for home games here at Thone Stadium at Burkle Field. This amount of rain and brass and woodwind and percussion instruments is not a good combination, and so Dr. Daniel Belongia, Director of Bands and Associate Professor of Music here at Arkansas Tech, made the only choice he could make and not have his band perform here tonight, although I can tell you they and the Arkansas Tech choirs gave a great show earlier today. We'll talk more about that in a moment as Jacob Spady takes the handoff, runs straight ahead, lost the football for a minute. It squirted out of his hands, went straight up in the air, and fell right back down into his breadbasket. And then he stays on his feet and falls forward out over the 40-yard line. They're going to say his forward progress was stopped at the 40. And so it'll go for a gain of 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8, but the Crimson Storm exceptionally fortunate that that football came right back down into the arms of quarterback Jacob Spady. It is a wet football, and as the night goes on, it's going to become a heavy football, and it's going to be a little bit unpredictable what's going to happen anytime you're trying to hang on to it here tonight, and it'll become even more predictable when you try to throw it. Spady in the shotgun on 2nd down and 8 from his own 40. Fakes the handoff to Walker, runs straight ahead, and hands it out to the 44-yard line. A pickup of 4. K.J. Reed with the tackle. Reed, the senior out of Texarkana, came into the night with 204 career tackles. He is the leading tackler in the Great American Conference this season. Reed averaging 12.7 tackles per game, which not only leads the conference, it ranks 5th in all of NCAA Division II. 10:43 to go, second quarter. Southern Nazarene leads 7-0. 3 receivers tightly bunched to the right side of the formation as quarterback Jacob Spady brings one of them in motion. It's Nate Walker. Spady, quarterback draw, has a lead blocker from Ramos, and he will have the Southern Nazarene first down. Doesn't get much simpler than that, but it was effective. Tackle made for Arkansas Tech by Gio Williams. Makes the stop at the Arkansas Tech 48-yard line, and now whistles. And as the chain crew is trying to get set on the far side, there's an unsportsmanlike conduct foul against Arkansas Tech that will add 15 yards onto the end of that run. And so that is the 3rd unsportsmanlike conduct foul we've seen in this game already, 2 against Southern Nazarene and now 1 against Arkansas Tech. The Wonder Boys penalized for the 3rd time for a total of 30 yards. And this one moves the football down to the Arkansas Tech 33-yard line, where it'll be 1st down and 10 Southern Nazarene at the 10:26 mark of the second quarter. Speaking of that performance earlier today, the Arkansas Tech bands and choirs with the inaugural Family Day concert in Tucker Coliseum. Handoff to Ramos. Ramos goes up the middle down to the 26-yard line, a gain of 7. Gary Burton makes the tackle for Arkansas Tech with assistance from Hunter Hudson. A great job there by not only the bands and the choirs and their instructors, but also by our friend Larry Roberts, who provided all the lights and sound for today's show, and it was a phenomenal concert. If you missed it this year, go ahead and put it on your calendar when Family Day rolls around next year. I think that's going to become, or at least I hope it's going to become, a regular part of our Family Day tradition here at Arkansas Tech, a tradition that extends all the way back to 1924. 2nd down and short for Southern Nazarene. Spady takes the snap, rolls right, looking to throw, under pressure, unloads. It is complete inside the 15-yard line. It'll be enough for a Southern Nazarene first down if they rule it complete. The ball came out, but they ruled that the receiver Reese Carlson had possession and was down before the ball came out. They spot him down at the 13-yard line. The gain is 14 yards, and it is 1st and 10 Southern Nazarene, and the Crimson Storm now with an excellent chance to add to their 7-0 lead. 9 minutes and 18 seconds to play, second quarter. Southern Nazarene 7, Arkansas Tech 0. Receiver out wide to the left is Reed Roloffs, as quarterback Jacob Spady awaits the snap. He fakes the handoff. Gary Burton wraps him up, and Spady will be stopped for very little, if any, gain. They're going to spot him down at the 13 for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down and 10 for Southern Nazarene. The line of scrimmage will remain the Arkansas Tech 13, and you got to say right now it would be a tremendous victory for this Arkansas Tech defense if it could hold Southern Nazarene to a field goal attempt here. And after that, the Wonder Boys have got to do something, go about getting the field position more in their favor, perhaps a big play on special teams or a turnover right here to get that field position in a situation where the Arkansas Tech offense can really operate. Jacob Spady brings a man in motion. Spady wants to throw into the end zone. It is too tall for the intended receiver. Jant Weary had the coverage for Arkansas Tech. Reed Roloffs was the intended receiver. And the incompletion will make it 3rd down and 10 for Southern Nazarene at the Arkansas Tech 13. The Wonder Boys shuttle in some fresh faces on the defensive line. Among them, Jared Loftus, Harrison Lester. Also checking in along that defensive line for Arkansas Tech, George Brooks, the freshman out of Allen, Texas. At the right defensive end, checking back in, is Brian Scott. They'll try to rush the passer here on 3rd down and 10. From the Arkansas Tech 13-yard line. Jacob Spady, 3 receivers to his right. Fakes the handoff, wants to throw, rolling right, under pressure, toward the far sideline, just has to throw it away, out of bounds into the far boundary. And it'll be 4th down and 10 for Southern Nazarene. Crimson Storm will send out the field goal unit, led by place kicker Carlos Anguiano, but not before we have an injury that will cause a stoppage in play. There is an injured Crimson Storm player. While they tend to him, we will pause for 30 seconds in the Team Clean broadcast booth. This is Arkansas Tech football. Well, the computer may not be firing right now in the studio, so we'll just keep it here through this break in the action while they tend to the injured Crimson Storm player. They're about to get him back up on his feet anyway. And as soon as we can positively identify that number, we will let you know who it is for Southern Nazarene. It is Joey Carrion, sophomore offensive lineman, who is going to be helped off the field. And it will now be the field goal attempt for Southern Nazarene. It'll be a 30-yard try from the right hash mark for Carlos Anguiano. He is kicking toward the north and the whole building, trying to add to this 7-0 Southern Nazarene lead. So far this year, Anguiano 1 for 2 on field goal attempts. His successful try was from 35 yards. This will be a 30-yarder from just inside the right hash mark. Anguiano waits. There's the snap. The placement is down. The kick is away. It is good, and our new score with 8 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the second quarter is Southern Nazarene 10, Arkansas Tech 0. Here in the Team Clean broadcast booth, we pause for 30 seconds. You're listening to the Wonder Boys. 8 minutes and 3 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Southern Nazarene 10, Arkansas Tech 0 from Thone Stadium at Burkle Field in Russellville. Scores from elsewhere in the conference. Henderson State and Southwestern Oklahoma State tied at 14 early in the second quarter. Harding is all over Oklahoma Baptist. 6:44 to go in the second quarter in Searcy, and pending a forthcoming extra point, it is right now 34-7. Harding with the lead over Oklahoma Baptist. Southern Arkansas and Northwestern Oklahoma State tied at 7, nearing the midpoint of the second quarter. And Ouachita Baptist early in the second quarter has a 14-0 lead over East Central. Earlier today, Southeastern Oklahoma State defeated UA Monticello 21-7. Carlos Anguiano set to kick it back to the Wonder Boys after his 30-yard field goal increased the Southern Nazarene lead to 10-0 over Arkansas Tech. The ensuing kickoff will come down to Isaac Disney at the 6-yard line. On the right side of the field, he's back out of the 15, the 20, wraps up that football and carries it over the 25-yard line up to the 27. A kickoff return of 21 yards by Isaac Disney, forced out of bounds there by Jaquil Davis. And the Wonder Boys offense with what doesn't sound like great field position, but when you've started from your 10 or worse 3 times, Kelly Davis, getting to start from your own 27 probably sounds pretty good.
It does at this point. It sure does. We need to get some movement. First drive was very good. Took it inside our 10 all the way down. No points, though, but see if we can get a score here.
7 minutes and 57 seconds to go in the second quarter. Man in motion, Justin Bailey. It's a called quarterback run. Trying to get around right end is Tanner Gaines, who is in at quarterback right now, and he'll be stopped after a gain of 1 to the 29-yard line. It'll be second down and 9 for Arkansas Tech from there. Southern Nazarene scoring on a 1-yard touchdown run in the first quarter by Gage Porter. That was set up by an Arkansas Tech turnover. And then just moments ago, the Southern Nazarene drive to set up the 30-yard field goal by Carlos Anguiano. It's second down and 9 now for Arkansas Tech. Carter Burcham back in at quarterback. Hands it off, trying to find room up the middle was Brian Allen, but he was taken down very quickly. Among those there to stop him for Southern Nazarene was Ethan Spurlock, a junior defensive lineman. They've got Allen down at the 29 for no gain. It's third down and 9, Arkansas Tech. The Wonder Boys 2 out of 5 on third down conversion tries so far tonight. The receivers to the right side of the formation are Trey Smith and Therese Hampton. Isaac Disney and Tremel Glasper out to the left. Burcham to throw on 3rd and 9, looking for Therese Hampton, but it's knocked away. Fine defensive play for Southern Nazarene by Jaquil Davis to break up the pass attempt to Therese Hampton and force the Wonder Boys into a punting situation. This will mark the 3rd punt of the night for the Wonder Boys. The chore will be handled by Tyler Dunlop, who so far has punted 1 time for 41 yards. 6:51 left in the second quarter. As Dunlop awaits the snap, has it. Kick is away. High punt that will come down at the 33-yard line, fielded there by Stephen Gordon. He runs to his right, pursued and taken down. He probably gave up ground on that attempted punt return. Tackle made for Arkansas Tech by the deep snapper, Harrison Wade, as he's able to get him at the 29-yard line. And Southern Nazarene will have to start from there with 6 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second quarter, and the Crimson Storm leading 10-0 here at Thone Stadium at Burkle Field in Russellville. And Kelly, we definitely want to pass along thank you and to the fans who are here tonight. It is not a pleasant night to be outside, but there's still a lot of green and gold fans down in these bleachers at Thone Stadium at Burkle Field.
Well, it sure is. The hats off. They got the umbrellas up, but they're here to watch the Wonder Boys. It's been a lot of activities today. Family Day, several activities. We were able to move indoors though.
Quarterback run by Gage Porter on first down, upended by Andrew Craig as he went out of bounds. They will spot him down at the 28-yard line for a loss of 1, it appears. And if that's the case, it'll be second down and 11 for the Crimson Storm from its own 28-yard line. 6:28 to go until halftime. Southern Nazarene with that 10-0 lead. Wonder Boys stagnant offensively after a good opening drive that resulted in no points. But since then, it's been tough going for the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys offensively. Now it's Southern Nazarene with the football. Porter on 2nd and 11. Quarterback draw, tries the middle, bounces off 2 defenders, makes a third man miss, and I'm afraid we're going to have a face mask against Arkansas Tech.
That was pretty obvious.
Tackle made by Gio Williams and also by Quay Rose.
Some self-inflicted wounds this first half, with the fumble, and now the face mask.
The run by the quarterback went for a gain of 7 as Gage Porter picked up 7 yards. And then you can add 15 onto the end of that as a result of the face mask penalty against Arkansas Tech. That'll move it up to the 50-yard line.
There's no 5-yarder in college play anymore. It's all 15.
And as you like to say, that's for safety. That's for player safety.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you could get somebody's neck turned around pretty bad and create an injury.
5 minutes and 49 seconds left in the second quarter, and the Wonder Boys in need of a spark. Southern Nazarene leading 10-0, and they've got the football at the 50-yard line. This will be a fine time for the Tech defense to get a turnover. Porter fakes the handoff, running right with it, pursued by Gary Burton, and forced out of bounds by Andrew Craig. They will spot him out of bounds at the Southern Nazarene 48. It's a loss of 2 on the quarterback run, and it'll be 2nd down and 12 for Southern Nazarene. Next Saturday, the Wonder Boys will be in Arkadelphia to take on the Ouachita Baptist Tigers. Ouachita right now undefeated and ranked number 9 in the nation at the NCAA Division II level. It appears they will remain undefeated. They lead East Central 21-0 with 5:46 to go in the second quarter at Cliff Harris Stadium in Arkadelphia.
We'll see how the field conditions are next Saturday after probably a muddy game down there tonight.
One of the few natural turf fields left in the Great American Conference. Daniel Ramos gets the handoff on 2nd down and 12 and is stopped for at best no gain. Gary Burton, Harrison Lester make the stop for Arkansas Tech. They spot Ramos down for a loss of 1 back to the 47 of Southern Nazarene, and it'll be 3rd down and 13 for the Crimson Storm from there. Clock rolling, 4:39 to play until halftime. And Southern Nazarene, which has never defeated Arkansas Tech in 5 all-time meetings, leads the Wonder Boys 10-0. They check to the far sideline for the play call. And now Gage Porter brings them to the line of scrimmage on 3rd and 13, 3 receivers right. Porter with the snap. Porter steps up in the pocket, rolls to his left, pointing downfield, throwing downfield, looking for Reese Carlson. It is batted around by 2 Arkansas Tech defenders, and it falls incomplete. Andrew Craig, and also for Arkansas Tech, Chris Cale, who is back from injury. Good to see Chris Cale back out there for Arkansas Tech. Defensive back out of Elkhart, Indiana, making his season debut. He helped break that one up. And it will be 4th down and 13 for Southern Nazarene, and the Crimson Storm will punt it away from its own 47-yard line.
Boy, that time the quarterback was awful close to being past the line of scrimmage when he threw that ball.
Ryan Reed has punted twice for an average of 52 yards per attempt. Good snap. Left-footed punt is away. And it is caught on a fair catch at the Arkansas Tech 21-yard line. Fair catch called for and made for Arkansas Tech by Tyrus Fort, a freshman out of Rockwall, Texas. And it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Wonder Boys from there with 4:03 to go in the second quarter. And this Arkansas Tech offense is going to try to find its way, as so far the Wonder Boys have been limited to just 95 yards of total offense, 30 passing yards, and 65 rushing yards to this point. And it'll be Carter Burcham working from the shotgun on 1st down and 10. And the Wonder Boys will begin at their own 22-yard line. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Burcham awaits the snap, has it, and hands it off to Brian Allen. Allen trying to get around right in, pursued and taken down from behind. Tackle made for Southern Nazarene by Derek Gillis. Allen is spotted down at the 23-yard line with a gain of 1. And it'll be 2nd down and 9 for Arkansas Tech.
Be safe to say here, Sam, that need a good drive here and get some points on the board right before halftime.
Good to see Christian Mayer back out there after he had to leave with injury early on. He is back in there for the offensive line for the Wonder Boys on 2nd and 9. Bit of a fumbled snap here by Tanner Gaines. He picks it up, now trying to do something with it, running to his left, running back to his right. And when he turned around to go back to his right, he ran right into the waiting arms of a Southern Nazarene defender as he got dropped to the turf. I believe it was James Alvarez who made that tackle, looked like number 70. And regardless, it's back at the 11-yard line. A big loss as once again a fumbled snap costs the Wonder Boys yardage. A loss on that play. Back to the 11. And it brings up 3rd down and 21 for the Wonder Boys. Carter Burcham back in at quarterback. Burcham has the snap, fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, looking downfield, looking for a target. Now he knows he's going to have to run for it. Gets to the 15, the 20, and forced out of bounds at the 21. A gain of 10 on 3rd down and very long, but not nearly enough to pick up the 1st down. And as a result, the Wonder Boys will have to punt it away. And Arkansas Tech's offensive struggles here in the first half of this one continue. And that's not the first time that a snap that was bobbled due to the wet field conditions, the wet football. It's not the first time that has stalled a Wonder Boys drive.
It did give us a little bit of breathing room to get this punt off.
Stephen Gordon waits at his own 28-yard line on the punt from Tyler Dunlop. Dunlop, averaging 39.5 yards per punt tonight, gets this one away.
Good punt.
End over ender that takes a big Arkansas Tech bounce and roll. It landed at about the 40-yard line, and it's still moving as it crawls inside the 20-yard line, and finally will come to a rest at the Southern Nazarene 17-yard line. That is a punt of 61 yards by Tyler Dunlop, and Southern Nazarene will have to start from inside its own 20-yard line with 1:59 left in the half. The Crimson Storm leading 10-0, and they have 2 timeouts with which to work. That 61-yard punt by Arkansas Tech's Tyler Dunlop matches his longest of the season. Came in averaging 42.8 yards per punt, second best in the Great American Conference. Southern Nazarene with 92 yards of total offense, Arkansas Tech with 95, as the rain not doing either offense any favors here tonight at Thone Stadium at Burkle Field. Handoff to Ramos on 1st down. He got turned around.
Oh, late flag.
And taken to the turf. Almost looked like Ramos kind of lost track of where he was there for a moment as he absorbed one big hit.
Face mask again.
It is indeed a 15-yard penalty against Arkansas Tech for grabbing the face mask of Daniel Ramos.
Stay away from those face masks.
The Wonder Boys have now been penalized 5 times for 60 yards. This one moves the football out to the Southern Nazarene 32-yard line, and it'll be 1st down and 10 for the Crimson Storm from there. Clock rolling, 1:49 left in the half. Southern Nazarene will get the football first to begin the second half, making it all the more important that the Tech defense come up with a stop here. Jacob Spady on a quarterback keeper, tackled by Brian Scott. He is stopped at the 33-yard line at best.
Henderson State has scored again. They have a 21-14 lead now over Southwest Oklahoma.
I don't see the marker, but I believe we have a penalty flag on that previous play. Let's see what the referee has to say for us. Personal foul on Southern Nazarene. The player for the Crimson Storm continued to play after his helmet came off, and that's another safety rule. And so that'll cost him 15 yards, giving back the 15 that the Wonder Boys gifted to the Crimson Storm on the face mask a moment ago.
So here's my question on that. Do you think that player even knew that would be a penalty, playing without your helmet?
He should.
Oh, he knows now.
He does now.
It won't happen again, I bet.
It moves the football back to the 17-yard line. It'll be 1st down and 25.
Probably one of those penalties you don't talk about in practice too often.
Quarterback for Southern Nazarene is Jacob Spady. He awaits the snap on 1st and 25. Fakes the handoff on the end around, keeps it himself, goes straight ahead, and gets wrapped up after a short gain by Brian Scott. They've got him down at the 18-yard line. And a timeout called by Arkansas Tech. We will take a 30-second break with them, plus a station ID here in the Team Clean broadcast booth. Southern Nazarene leads it 10-0. This is Arkansas Tech football. 1 minute and 8 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Southern Nazarene 10, Arkansas Tech 0. Crimson Storm with the football as they return to the field following the Arkansas Tech timeout. Both teams now with 2 timeouts left for the balance of the first half. Southern Naz quarterback Jacob Spady on second down and 23 takes a low snap, hands it off to Nate Walker on an end around. He gets around right end, out over the 25, and up to the 27-yard line goes Walker on a gain of 8. And now whistles, and it looks like Arkansas Tech has called another timeout. 1 minute and 2 seconds left in the half. We will take a 30-second break here in the Team Clean broadcast booth. You're listening to the Wonder Boys. One minute and 2 seconds left in the second quarter. Southern Nazarene 10, Arkansas Tech 0. Stay with us at halftime. We will take a look at the numbers from the first half. We will get you up to date on the Great American Conference scoreboard. We'll take a look at what else is going on in Arkansas Tech athletics, including the phenomenal success earlier this week by the Arkansas Tech men's golf team, in particular, freshman Francois Jacobs. We'll talk about that at halftime. 1 minute and 2 seconds left in the second quarter. Southern Nazarene faces third down and 14 from its own 28-yard line. As Spady fakes the handoff, goes straight ahead and gets out to the 30-yard line for a gain of a couple. Quay Rose and K.J. Reed with the stop for Arkansas Tech, and now the Wonder Boys will use their final timeout of the half with 57 seconds left in the second quarter. Southern Naz will be punting when we come back to the Team Clean broadcast booth in 30 seconds. This is Arkansas Tech football. .57 seconds left in the second quarter. The Wonder Boys have now exhausted their supply of timeouts for the first half. And it'll be Ryan Reed to punt it away for Southern Nazarene. And the Wonder Boys going to try to get something going here, make a big play offensively or maybe on special teams right before halftime and seize the momentum. The punt is away off the side of Ryan Reed's foot. It will come to rest at the 45-yard line of Arkansas Tech. Not Ryan Reed's best punt there. It only traveled 25 yards. And the Wonder Boys have the field position to try something here. 48 seconds with which to work. And they get to start from their own 45-yard line. The only bad news is they had to use all their timeouts to ensure they would get the football back at all before halftime.
Use that sideline well. Get some time, stop the clock, get out of bounds.
Probably need to get down to about the 20-yard line to really get into comfortable field goal range. Carter Burcham on 1st and 10 has the snap, looking to throw, has time, throws down the middle.
There he is.
Complete to Brian Allen at the 30-yard line. 25-20 and taken down from behind.
There you
Stop
go.
made for Southern Nazarene by Trenton Smith. Perhaps a touchdown saving tackle on Brian Allen at the 12-yard line. It is a gain of 44 yards, and the Wonder Boys already ready to go again. Burcham under center, and he will clock it, spiking the football to stop the clock with 40 seconds remaining in the half.
Clock never started, so they may talk about that. Maybe a second click off.
Right now the clock showing 40 seconds. Perhaps just a fraction of a second expired, and it's just not showing up on the scoreboard because of the setting not in the tenths of the seconds. It's second down and 10 now at the 12-yard line of Southern Nazarene. Burcham will work from the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. He fakes the handoff to Brian Allen, throws it into the end zone, but behind his intended receiver, Therese Hampton, and it's a good thing it was off target. May have been off target on purpose because Therese Hampton was surrounded by 3 Southern Nazarene defenders. So now it's 3rd and 10. That's the only downside to that clock play, is it really kind of takes it to where your offense really only has 2 downs with which to work before you send the field goal unit out. 36 seconds remaining in the half. 3rd down and 10 at the Southern Naz 12. Burcham takes the snap, rolling to his left. He's going to run for it. He's at the 10. Stutter step, goes to his left, trying to find running room, but they'll tackle him at the 8-yard line. And now the Wonder Boys will have to run the field goal unit onto the field. No reason to panic here. Still 23 seconds left in the half. Plenty of time to get set up for this field goal try by Jesus Zazumbo. It will be a 24-yard try, now 25-yard try from the left hash mark out of a hold by Landon Smith. Zazumbo to try to get the Wonder Boys on the scoreboard. The snap is fumbled. Running with it is Smith. He's inside the 5, lowers his head, and he will be stopped at the 3-yard line. As the Wonder Boys, once again, unable to get a clean handle on the football in these wet conditions, and this time it wipes out a chance at a field goal try. Credit Landon Smith for showing some great courage there to go ahead and scoop that up and run headlong into the Southern Nazarene defense, but they were able to stop him at the 3-yard line, and as a result, the Wonder Boys still have a 0 on the scoreboard as the 2 teams report to their locker rooms for halftime. After 2 quarters of play at Thone Stadium at Burkle Field in Russellville, our score is Southern Nazarene 10 and Arkansas Tech 0. Here in the Team Clean broadcast booth, we will pause for 3 minutes. You're listening to the Wonder Boys. Back with you in the Team Clean broadcast booth at Thone Stadium at Burkle Field in Russellville, where we are at halftime, and Southern Nazarene leads Arkansas Tech by a score of 10-0. Let's take a look at the numbers so far. Southern Nazarene with 104 yards of total offense, 45 passing yards, 59 rushing yards. Arkansas Tech 146 total yards so far. Pretty balanced, 74 passing yards, 72 rushing yards for Arkansas Tech. Both teams have hurt themselves with penalties. Southern Nazarene has been penalized 5 times for 53 yards. Arkansas Tech 5 penalties for 60 yards. Southern Nazarene has 8 first downs so far. The Wonder Boys have accumulated 7 Buffalo Wild Wings first downs, the majority of those coming on their very first possession of the game. It's been tough going since then. Southern Nazarene is 2 out of 7 on third down conversion tries. Arkansas Tech 2 out of 8. The Wonder Boys have gone for it on fourth down 2 times and failed to convert on both occasions. Neither offense really being able to mount much here tonight. When you look especially at the average yards per play, Southern Nazarene just 3.4 yards per play. Arkansas Tech just 3.9 yards per play so far in this one. Southern Nazarene 2 for 2 in red zone scoring opportunities. The Wonder Boys have yet to make it inside the Southern Nazarene 20-yard line. Southern Naz with a slight edge in time of possession, 15 minutes and 27 seconds for the Crimson Storm compared to 14 minutes and 33 seconds for Arkansas Tech. The only turnover of the game so far really has figured prominently in the score as the Wonder Boys lost a fumble at their own 7-yard line in the first quarter, and then 3 plays later, Gage Porter ran it in from 1 yard out to give Southern Nazarene at the time a 7-0 lead. They added a 30-yard field goal by Carlos Anguiano in the second quarter, and as a result, the Crimson Storm leads it 10-0 at the intermission. Individual leaders, first for Southern Nazarene, Gage Porter and Jacob Spady have both completed 1 of 3 pass attempts. Porter for 32 yards, Spady for 13. Spady has 8 carries for 19 yards. Daniel Ramos, 6 carries for 19 yards to lead Southern Nazarene from a rushing perspective. Reese Carlson has made 2 receptions for 45 yards for Southern Nazarene. Taking a look at the defensive leaders for the Crimson Storm, Angel Hernandez and Jaquil Davis have 4 tackles apiece. Davis with a tackle for a loss and a pass breakup. Individual leaders for Arkansas Tech, quarterback Carter Burcham has completed 5 of 13 passes for 74 yards. Brian Allen, 16 carries for 51 yards so far tonight. He came into the night with 2,865 career rushing yards, 4th most in Arkansas Tech history. Burcham has rushed 5 times for 29 yards. Chris Eastburn and Therese Hampton with 2 receptions apiece for Arkansas Tech as the Wonder Boys trail by 10 at halftime. Defensive leaders for Arkansas Tech, Quay Rose has 8 tackles, KJ Reed with 7. It is 10-0 Southern Nazarene. Here in the Team Clean broadcast booth, we will step aside for another 3-minute break. When we return, Mr. Kelly Davis will give us a scoreboard update from elsewhere in the Great American Conference. That's in 3 minutes. This is Arkansas Tech football. Welcome back into the Team Clean broadcast booth at Thone Stadium at Burkle Field on a rainy family day night here in Russellville, Arkansas. We're glad that you're with us on River Country, KCJC, and ArkansasTechSports.com. Our score is Southern Nazarene 10 and Arkansas Tech 0 at halftime. And following a thorough international search, we have once again determined that the king of the Great American Conference scoreboard update, and here to present it, is Mr. Kelly Davis.
Thank you, Sam. We had one earlier event today that kicked off at 1 o'clock, and that was down in Monticello, Arkansas, as UA Monticello fell to Southeast Oklahoma 21-7. Watched a little bit of that game online, and it looked like the field was holding up okay, but you could see the rain coming down. They started out the game, no rain, then they had a deluge, and similar to the events we had a few years ago down there.
You know,
it was really a momentum changer for us. I'm not sure if it was for either team in this case, but it sure was for us that day.
Absolutely, and that really is a great thing now to be able to watch some of those afternoon games. I am very, very glad that they got the internet on computers.
That's right. And that's just newly formed. Did you know that, Pete? I knew that. They just now got that started. It has just now gone to halftime. Henderson State 24, Southwest Oklahoma 14. Other scores across the conference tonight. It is Harding 35, Oklahoma Baptist 7. Ouachita Baptist 28, East Central 0. And here's one that is kind of a surprising one that we'll follow tonight. Southern Arkansas, ranked in the top 25 in the country, only has a tie with Northwest Oklahoma at halftime. 7-7. Northwest Oklahoma coming into that game with a 1-2 record. So we'll keep an eye on that one, see if Southern Arkansas has some halftime adjustments and corrects that score. They are at home, so you look forward to them, see how that turns out. But Southern Arkansas, Northwest Oklahoma, 7-7. Looking ahead a little bit to next week, Arkansas Tech travels to Ouachita Baptist. Henderson State will be at Southern Nazarene. Harding at UA Monticello. Southern Arkansas will be at Oklahoma Baptist. Northwest Oklahoma will travel to Southeast Oklahoma. And Southwest Oklahoma State will be at East Central. So that's a look at next Saturday, the 29th. Our game begins at noon, a noon kickoff. So you know what that tells me. It must be homecoming or something at Ouachita Baptist.
It is going to be homecoming next week at Ouachita Baptist. The reason they have that noon kickoff for homecoming, anybody who's familiar with Ouachita Baptist University knows that they have something called Tiger Tunes that they do on the night of homecoming every year. And it is a big musical performance, some remarkably talented students there at Ouachita, as we have here at Arkansas Tech in the music arts. And so they want to make sure that those students at the game have a chance to watch the entire game and then go back, get refreshed, and have a chance to go to Tiger Tunes that evening. And if you're thinking, well, I'll just go down to the football game next Saturday and then stick around and get me some tickets and go to Tiger Tunes, good luck with that. It's
yes.
About the toughest ticket in the state of Arkansas.
I know there's another event over at another college that they have in the spring that is of the same accord. So, but I hope that is the only tunes from a Tiger next Saturday.
Absolutely.
Is at the event Saturday night.
Absolutely. If we happen to go the entire afternoon without hearing Will the Circle Go Unbroken, that'll be okay with me.
No, or the Land of Milk and Honey.
Yes, that too.
We don't want to hear that.
We're at halftime here at Thone Stadium at Burkle Field in Russellville. Southern Nazarene 10 and Arkansas Tech 0. Here in the Team Clean broadcast booth, we will step aside for 3 minutes. When we return, we will bring you up to date on what else is going on in Arkansas Tech athletics. This is Wonder Boys football. Back in the Team Clean broadcast booth at halftime with Southern Nazarene leading Arkansas Tech 10-0 in Great American Conference football. Here's a look at what else is going on in Arkansas Tech athletics. The Golden Suns volleyball team 9-7 overall, 3-2 in conference play. Following a 1-1 week, the Golden Suns dropped a 3-0 decision in straight sets to Henderson State University on Tuesday, but the Golden Suns bounced back to defeat UA Monticello on Thursday night in 4 sets down in Monticello. The Golden Suns will be at home 3 times during the coming week. They will host Lyon College in non-conference play at 6 p.m. on Monday. At 6 p.m. Friday, the Golden Suns will host Southeastern Oklahoma State, and at 2 p.m. next Saturday afternoon, bring along your radio, listen to Wonder Boys football, and then cheer on the Golden Suns volleyball team in person as they will host East Central University next Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. All of those matches at Tucker Coliseum, and admission will be free. That's 6 p.m. Monday, 6 p.m. Friday, and 2 p.m. next Saturday. The Golden Suns cross-country team had its best average time of the year earlier today in the ultra-competitive Chili Pepper Festival up in Fayetteville. The Golden Suns finishing 36th in that event. They will host the Arkansas Tech Cross-Country Invitational next Saturday morning. The scheduled start time for that is 8 a.m. The Golden Suns golf team back in action during the coming week. On Monday and Tuesday, head coach Amy Anderson and the Golden Suns will be at the Western New Mexico Intercollegiate. The Wonder Boys golf team, under the direction of head coach Luke Calcaterra, will be idle until September 30th through October the 2nd, when they will compete in the Central Region Preview at Hot Springs Country Club. Earlier this week, the Wonder Boys golf team finished tied for second among a field of 18 teams at the Northeastern State Classic. That was on Monday and Tuesday in Muskogee, Oklahoma, and congratulations to Francois Jacobs, who made his Wonder Boys debut in that tournament and was the individual champion. He set a couple of Arkansas Tech records. Lowest 18-hole score, he shot 63 in the first round on Monday, backed that up with rounds of 68 and 70 for a 54-hole total of 12 under par 201, which was the lowest 54-hole total by an individual in Arkansas Tech golf history. So congratulations to Francois Jacobs on his outstanding play, and we'll hope that that continues for him and the Wonder Boys throughout the remainder of the season. One non-athletics note we want to make sure to pass along. That is next Saturday. It is the 14th annual Brass in the Clouds concert. This is a phenomenal annual program that is co-hosted by the Arkansas Tech Department of Music. Dr. Sean Reed and Dr. T.J. Berry, instrumental in carrying on this tradition that was started by now retired Dr. Gary Barrow many years ago. And so Dr. Reed and Dr. Perry, along with the assistance from some of their colleagues and from the students from the instrumental music program at Arkansas Tech, they will present Brass in the Clouds next Saturday at Mount Nebo's Sunset Point. That'll begin at 6:30 p.m. next Saturday evening. And folks from Mount Nebo State Park always advise for that event to bring along your own chair or a blanket for your seating comfort. Southern Naz leads 10-0 back in 1 minute with the second half. Here in the Team Clean broadcast booth, this is Wonder Boys football.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 43, Carson French, will kick off for Arkansas Tech. Deep receive for Southern Nazarene, number 20, Jaquel Davis, and number 7, Lakeem Christian.
Carson French will get his first chance of the night to kick off for Arkansas Tech. The right-footed freshman from Grapevine, Texas, will kick it away to Southern Nazarene. The Crimson Storm will be moving from our left to our right toward the south goal and the scoreboard and the bandstand here at Thone Stadium at Merkel Field. Glad you're with us on River Country KCJC and ArkansasTechSports.com. Squib kick here. It'll be fielded inside the 10-yard line for Southern Nazarene by Stephen Gordon. He runs left with it over the 20-yard line and stopped shortly thereafter. Special team stop made for Arkansas Tech by Christian Cole. And it'll be first down and 10 for Southern Nazarene from its own 23-yard line. And Kelly, the Wonder Boys just need something right now to give them some energy, and I can't think of anything better than that than forcing a turnover.
I know it. We've had our share of turnovers in that first half, not being able to handle the ball or hang on to it, getting shot down close to the goal line with a goal line stand and a field goal attempt. So let's see if we can return the favor here, at least to get a 3 and out real quick.
As we begin the third quarter, Southern Nazarene with the football, first and 10 at its own 24-yard line. Jacob Spady hands it off to Daniel Ramos, and he is wrapped up for very little, if any, gain. Stop made for Arkansas Tech by George Brooks, the freshman defensive lineman out of Allen, Texas. He stops him for a gain of 1 to the 25, and it'll be second down and 9, Southern Nazarene from there. Spady works from the shotgun, flanked by 2 setbacks. Now he checks to the far sideline, wants a new play call with 21 on the play clock. Arkansas Tech defensive coaches respond by giving their 11 some fresh instructions. Spady brings a man in motion. It's Reese Carlson. Hands it off to Ramos. Ramos trying to get around left end. Nothing was there. Tries to cut it back upfield. Even less there. Quay Rose with the first contact for Arkansas Tech defensively. Also helping with that stop, Andrew Craig and T.J. McPherson. They stop him back at the 24-yard line for a loss of 1.
So far, so good. They've come out with a little bit of fire. Made some two good stops here.
Southern Nazarene, 2 out of 7 on third down conversion tries tonight. They came into this game 23% on third down this year. That ranks last in the Great American Conference and 152nd in the nation. Spady sends a man in motion toward the near side of the field, sets up a screen to that man, but he drops it. Incomplete, intended for Nate Walker.
Almost looked like a backward pass.
It may have been. I think
they called it backward
ruled
pass.
A lateral. That was a loose football, and Nate Walker of Southern Nazarene alertly fell on it back at the 21-yard line. That is a lateral for a loss of 3, and it'll be fourth down and 14 for Southern Nazarene. Correction, fourth down and 13, and they will have to punt it away from their own 21-yard line. In punt formation for Southern Nazarene, it is Ryan Reed. His last punt only traveled 25 yards. So far tonight, he is averaging 40 yards per punt. This is an end-over-ender. It'll land in Arkansas Tech territory. Takes a big bounce. Taken on that hop by Isaac Disney.
Oh, hit out of bounds.
Disney is forced.
No flag?
Disney is forced out of bounds just shy of midfield. And they will spot him out at the 46-yard line, and there is no penalty flag despite the fact
he definitely was hit out of bounds.
He was at least one step out when he took that last hit. And so the Wonder Boys, even without assistance from a penalty, will get good field position here. First and 10 from their own 46-yard line with 12:52 to go in the third quarter and trying to get on the scoreboard as Southern Nazarene leads it 10-0.
Yeah, we're almost halfway there already. Let's go.
Wonder Boys in that first half only able to accumulate 146 yards of total offense and 7 Arkansas Tech Buffalo Wild Wings first downs. B-dubs where every day is game day. 12:52 to go in the third quarter. Tanner Gaines is the quarterback in a wildcat look. He takes the direct snap, runs straight ahead into Southern Nazarene territory, stays on his feet, down to the 46-yard line of Southern Nazarene. It's a gain of 8 as he followed the interior, especially the left guard position, down into Southern Nazarene territory.
Already lined up, ready to go.
Second down and 2 from the Southern Naz 46. Gaines is going to run it again. Straight ahead, he'll have the first down. Inside the 40-yard line, they build a wall there, does the Southern Nazarene defense.
He's still going.
Wonder Boys able to push the pile forward down to the 37-yard line. The play goes for a gain of 9, and it is another Arkansas Tech Buffalo Wild Wings first down.
Playing with a sense of urgency now. Very good.
Gaines brings a man in motion. Gaines is going to run it again. Lowers his right shoulder inside the 35 and down to the 34-yard line. A pickup of 3. It'll be second down and 7 for the Wonder Boys. Among the Southern Nazarene defenders who made that tackle, Derek Gillis, a senior defensive lineman. Gillis is out of Houston, Texas. It's 2nd down and 7 for the Wonder Boys at the Southern Nazarene 34. Carter Burcham back in at quarterback, takes the snap, throws across the middle, intended for Therese Hampton.
Good catch.
And he made the catch. He's got it at the 23-yard line. Pickup on the play is 11. It is another Arkansas Tech Buffalo Wild Wings first down, and the Wonder Boys on the move on their first possession of the second half. Burcham in the pistol, 1st and 10 at the Southern Naz 23. Hands it off to Brian Allen. Allen up the middle, skirts through the first wave of Southern Nazarene defenders.
Still good yardage.
He's to the 19-yard line, pickup of 4. Tackle made by Trevon Hadley, freshman linebacker. It's 2nd down and 6 for the Wonder Boys as they are in the red zone at the Southern Naz 19. Handoff Allen. Allen tries the middle, and this time will be stacked up for no gain. They've got his forward progress stopped at the 19. Tackle made by Marin Biletich.
Give Southern Naz a little bit of credit there. They're starting to plug up the middle. They have been able to all night, so yards have been tough inside.
3rd down and 6. Austin McNeely checks in at tight end. Chris Eastburn will check out at halfback. Therese Hampton will be the receiver right. Isaac Disney and Tremel Glasper are the receivers left on 3rd down and 6 at the Southern Nazarene 19-yard line. Burcham has the snap. Burcham looking left. Plenty of time. Steps up in the pocket. Throws across the middle. Looking for Hampton. And he made the catch. Therese Hampton with the reception at the Southern Nazarene 6-yard line. It is a gain of 13. It is an Arkansas Tech Buffalo Wild Wings first down. And the Wonder Boys have it 1st and goal on their first possession of the 3rd quarter.
Carter did a great job that time. He froze the defense. He acted like he was getting ready to take off to run with it and stopped right on a dime and then made the pass. Good job.
1st down and goal for Arkansas Tech. Let's call it the 7-yard line. Burcham in the pistol. Turns, hands to Brian Allen. Allen goes up the middle and makes his way to the 4-yard line. Tackled there by Southern Nazarene's Dylan Metter. The pickup is 3. It's 2nd down and goal at the 4. The Wonder Boys shuttle in their short yardage package led by quarterback Tanner Gaines. Landon Smith will line up as a receiver in the slot left. He comes in motion. Gaines runs up the middle, tripped up in the backfield, may have fallen forward for a yard. It was Dorian Harris, a junior defensive back, who came sailing through and was able to get a hand on Gaines' foot, trip him up, and send him tumbling to the turf. There's no gain on the play. The yard line, or the line of scrimmage, I should say, remains the 4-yard line, and it's 3rd down and goal from there. Gaines takes the snap. Gaines, jump pass into the end zone. It is deflected, and I believe it may have been intercepted by Southern Nazarene in the back of the end zone. It was. Interception for Southern Nazarene by Trenton Smith as Tanner Gaines attempted the jump pass, ran up to the line of scrimmage, floated it into the end zone. It was deflected by one Southern Nazarene defender and then picked off by Trenton Smith, who was able to get possession and a foot down before he went out of bounds, and Southern Nazarene will have the football when we come back. 9:03 to go, 3rd quarter. Southern Nazarene 10, Arkansas Tech 0. In the team clean broadcast position, we pause for 1 minute. You're listening to the Wonder Boys.
Following the interception, it will be 1st down to 10 for Southern Nazarene.
It was a 10-play, 50-yard drive for Arkansas Tech, but ultimately fruitless as the Wonder Boys come up with no points. The interception in the end zone gives the football back to Southern Nazarene, and on the touchback, they get the football 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Jacob Spady is the quarterback, hands it off to Nate Walker on end around. He gets around left end and will be forced out of bounds near the 30-yard line, chased out of bounds by DeAnthony Phelon.
That'll come back, though. A little hold, I think, going on.
Penalty flag rests just inside the 20-yard line.
Maybe why he was able to get out there so fast.
May have got a little extra help, and he did. Holding is the call. And so that will be the 6th penalty against Southern Nazarene for 63 yards. And it'll be first down and 20 for Southern Nazarene from its own 10-yard line instead of first and 10 from their own 30.
That helps.
8 minutes and 56 seconds to go in the third quarter. Southern Nazarene 10, Arkansas Tech 0 as the Wonder Boys now 0 for 2 on red zone scoring opportunities tonight. They had that one right before halftime that slipped through their fingers, and now the turnover gives the football back to Southern Nazarene. The Wonder Boys are -2 on the turnover margin so far tonight, and that's never a good position to find oneself. 8:53 to go third quarter. Southern Nazarene still leading 10-0 as they get ready for first and 20 from their own 10. Spady brings a man in motion. Jacob Spady on a quarterback draw right up the middle and right into the arms of K.J. Reed. Senior linebacker from Texarkana makes the tackle at the 14-yard line. Gain on the play is 4, and it'll be second down and 16 for the Crimson Storm. Southern Nazarene leading this game 10-0 despite the fact that here nearing the midpoint of the third quarter they only have 106 yards of total offense. And that tells you all you need to know about the importance of turnovers in this game. It's second down and 16 for Southern Nazarene from its own 14-yard line. Southern Nazarene scoring its only touchdown and the only touchdown of the game immediately following an Arkansas Tech turnover at the Wonder Boys 7-yard line in the first quarter. Screen pass incomplete to the far sideline. It was intended for Nate Walker, but he could not make the grab, and his body was out of position to do much with it even if he had.
A big third down play right here because it'll hold them deep into their territory, and we get some good field position out of this.
It is third down and 16. Southern Nazarene must navigate all the way to its own 30-yard line in order to avoid the punting situation. Quarterback Jacob Spady awaits the snap, joined in the backfield by Daniel Ramos and Nate Walker. Now he sends Walker in motion toward the far side of the field. Spady takes the snap, looking left, throwing left, deep down the far boundary, and it is incomplete, out of bounds. Into the far boundary, Andrew Craig had the coverage for Arkansas Tech. Nate Walker was the intended receiver, and Southern Nazarene will send its punter, Ryan Reed, back onto the field.
Yeah, that was great coverage. He had no choice but to throw it out of bounds.
Reed has punted 5 times tonight for an average of 39.8 yards per punt. His longest punt of the night, a 59-yarder. 2 of his 5 punts have been down to inside the Arkansas Tech 20-yard line. He punts here from his own 14.
Not a very good punt.
Angling toward the far boundary. It takes a big Southern Nazarene bounce and roll, though, and goes out of bounds. Let's see where they say it went out. They say it's out at the Arkansas Tech 44-yard line. That makes it a 42-yard punt, at least 15 of those on roll. And the Wonder Boys will get it first and 10 from their own 44 when we come back. 7:42 to go, third quarter. Southern Naz leads 10-0 back in 1 minute. Here in the Team Clean broadcast booth, this is Wonder Boys football.
It will be first down and 10 for Arkansas Tech at the 44-yard line.
Running play for Arkansas Tech on first down following the timeout. Brian Allen runs right. and was immediately stopped by the Southern Nazarene defensive front among the Crimson Storm defenders there to make that stop. Leading the surge, really, was Michael Moore, a sophomore defensive back out of Wellington, Texas. They stop Allen after a gain of 3 to the Arkansas Tech 47. It's 2nd down and 7. Carter Burcham hands it off to Brian Allen. Allen around the left end, spins off one tackle, and makes his way into Southern Nazarene territory down at the 48-yard line. Gain on the play is 6, and it'll be 3rd down and 2 for the Wonder Boys. They need to get to the Southern Naz 46 to pick up the first down. Arkansas Tech is 3 out of 10 on 3rd down conversion tries so far tonight, and they are seeking their 11th Arkansas Tech Buffalo Wild Wings first down of the game.
Still a lot of time left, but we sure need the first down here.
Burcham in the pistol. Allen behind him. Snap is loose at the line of scrimmage. Still loose, and Southern Nazarene's going to dive on it. The ball never came out cleanly. I can only imagine that the center had it go off of his own foot or just lost control of the football altogether as he went to make the snap, as it just came rolling out meekly from under center, and Southern Nazarene able to jump on the loose ball right at midfield. There's an injured Crimson Storm player. Arkansas Tech has committed its 3rd turnover of the game compared to 0 for Southern Nazarene, and the Crimson Storm will have great field position when action resumes, but right now all concern is with the injured Southern Nazarene player. While they tend to him, we will step aside for 30 seconds here in the Team Clean broadcast booth. This is Arkansas Tech football. 6 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in the 3rd quarter. Southern Nazarene 10, Arkansas Tech 0, following the 3rd turnover of the night by Arkansas Tech. They are continuing to work on the injured Southern Nazarene player. He is at the Crimson Storm 47-yard line. Now they're going to get him back up to a standing position to be able to help him off the field. His jersey number is kind of rolled up to the point where it is difficult to positively identify him, and now I am almost certain that that is Marin Biletich, senior defensive lineman, who is going to be helped from the field. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Southern Nazarene after the fumble was recovered by Dylan Bauer. The Wonder Boys were +4 in the turnover margin. They forced 4, committed none in that 31-7 win at Oklahoma Baptist 1 week ago, and it has been almost exactly the opposite story here tonight, as the Wonder Boys now -3 on the turnover margin in this one. And as a result of this most recent miscue, Southern Nazarene has the football 1st and 10 at its own 49-yard line with 6 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, and their 10-0 lead still intact.
Southern Arkansas has kicked a field goal. They lead Northwest Oklahoma 10-7 now. And Ouachita has tacked on another touchdown. They are up 35-0 over East Central.
Gage Porter is the Southern Nazarene quarterback. He fakes a handoff to Nate Walker, runs straight ahead, made the first man miss, and then a wall of green Arkansas Tech jerseys pushes him backwards as he reaches the Wonder Boys 48-yard line, leading that surge defensively for Arkansas Tech. It was Alex Chambers, sophomore defensive back. And the play goes for a gain of 3 to the Arkansas Tech 48-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and 7 for Southern Nazarene from there, as we go under 6 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter, with Southern Nazarene leading 10-0. Gage Porter looking to the far sideline for the play call. And now he awaits the snap on 2nd down and 7 from the Tech 48. Got 2 receivers right, Reese Carlson and Trey Hills. Also 2 receivers to the left side of the formation. Ramos is the running back. Ramos takes the handoff, goes up the middle, and Brian Scott wraps him up. He's able to stay on his feet, is Ramos, down to the 46-yard line. The play goes for a gain of 2. And it'll bring up 3rd down and 5 for Southern Nazarene. The Crimson Storm is 2 out of 9 on 3rd down conversion tries so far tonight.
Need a stop here.
Clock rolling, 5:17 to go 3rd quarter. Southern Nazarene's offense taking its time, looking toward the far sideline for the play call. The play clock is at 16. The third quarter clock will be down under 5 minutes before they have to snap it again. Porter brings a man in motion. Quarterback draw. Porter runs left. Porter carries Quay Rose down to the 42-yard line, which is 1 yard short of the yard to gain. It's going to be 4th down and 1, and now decision time over on the Southern Nazarene sideline.
Looks like they may go for it.
It is 4th down and 1 at the Arkansas Tech 42. If they go for it and are unsuccessful, it'll give the Wonder Boys some awfully good field position. But if they go for it and get it, they can continue to take time off that clock. And the clock is beginning to become an enemy of the Wonder Boys as we creep down now to 4 minutes and 25 seconds left in the third quarter.
They are going to go for it.
Southern Nazarene going for it on 4th down for the first time tonight. They are 1 out of 3 on 4th down conversion tries this season. Low snap, penalty flags, and whistles.
I believe they ran, clock ran out. Oh, wow, gave a timeout.
They got timeout before the penalty. We will take the break with them. Southern Naz leads 10-0. 4:12 to go third quarter. Here in the Team Clean broadcast booth, we pause for 30 seconds. This is Wonder Boys football. A reminder to join us again next Saturday. It'll be an 11:30 a.m. pregame show, followed by a noon kickoff at Cliff Harris Stadium in the loveliest village on the Washita River, Arkadelphia, Arkansas, as the Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys will take on the nationally ranked, and it very much appears still undefeated, Washita Baptist Tigers next Saturday at noon right here on River Country, KCJC, and ArkansasTechSports.com. It is 4th down and 1 for Southern Nazarene at the Arkansas Tech 42-yard line. Porter brings a man in motion. Gage Porter runs left, made the first man miss, got around the second man, dives for the first down marker.
I don't think he made it.
And does not appear to have it. Based on the initial spot, it does not appear that Gage Porter got the first down. The Wonder Boys defense is beginning to celebrate, and rightfully so. The official points the other direction, and the Wonder Boys have turned him over on downs.
He may have even lost a half a yard.
Great pursuit by Brian Scott to help finish that play along with DeAnthony Phelan as they make the stop. And it's going to be 1st down and 10 for the Wonder Boys. He did indeed lose a yard back to the 43-yard line. And so it'll be 1st and 10 Wonder Boys from their own 43 with 4:05 to go in the third quarter. Southern Nazarene still leading 10-0, and perhaps a spark there for the Wonder Boys behind that defensive stop.
Could be the break we needed right there.
Pistol formation. Carter Burcham, the quarterback, looks left, throws left, screen pass complete to Disney. Isaac Disney carrying a Southern Nazarene defender up to the 49-yard line for a gain of 6. Tackle made by Daniel Flynn and Trenton Smith. It is 2nd down and 4 for the Wonder Boys from their own 49. Carter Burcham now 8 of 16 passing for 103 yards. He lines up in the shotgun with Brian Allen to his left. Burcham wants to throw, has all day to do so. Looking deep, now rolling to his right. Still has plenty of time. Now he's in a bit of trouble. Cuts it upfield. He's going to run for it. He's to midfield into Southern Nazarene territory and tackled at the 40-yard line. Carter Burcham able to take advantage of all of the time that his offensive line gave him and then found a running lane down to the Southern Nazarene 41-yard line, a pickup of 10 yards, and an Arkansas Tech Buffalo Wild Wings 1st down.
Boy, good patience there not to try to throw it into coverage.
2 receivers right. Burcham play action fake, throws to Eastburn. Eastburn running room in front, upended as he goes over the 30-yard line. He's down to the 29 with a gain of 12 and another Arkansas Tech Buffalo Wild Wings 1st down, 1st and 10 Tech at the Southern Nazarene 29 as we go under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter.
Just a good numbers game right there. We had one more receiver and they had defenders.
2 receivers left, 1 right. Pistol formation. Burcham takes the snap. Hands it off to Brian Allen. Allen around right in.
There he
25,
goes.
20, 15, 10, 5, tripped up there. It looked like he was gone for sure. A touchdown saving tackle made for Southern Nazarene by Trenton Smith, getting Allen to the turf at the 4-yard line. There's an injured Southern Nazarene player back inside the 30. The run by Brian Allen went for a gain of 25, the longest run of the night for the Wonder Boys.
Good run. Good blocking.
The Southern Nazarene player unable to get up as of yet. And while they look at him, we will pause 30 seconds plus a station ID. This is Wonder Boys football. The injured Southern Nazarene player is Angel Hernandez, sophomore linebacker. He is back up to a seated position now inside the 30-yard line. And 2 members of the athletic training staff from Southern Nazarene taking a look to see what his condition might be.
Sam, I know you've mentioned this before, but total yards. Southern Naz, 115. Arkansas Tech, 257. And you think it's 10-0.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you look at that other line.
Turnovers told the story a week ago, and so far they have told the story here tonight. But the Wonder Boys still have time to overcome their previous mistakes. And a great opportunity to begin chipping away right here as it's 1st and goal at the 4-yard line of Southern Nazarene following that 25-yard run by Brian Allen. He now has 91 rushing yards on the night. Burcham, the quarterback, turns, gives to Allen. Allen up the middle, fighting for the end zone, and he's going to be stopped short. They've got him down at the 2. Say his knee went down at the 2 with a gain of 2. And it will be 2nd down and goal from there. And here comes the short yardage package for the Wonder Boys, led by Tanner Gaines. Will take the snap here on 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Gaines, a bevy of blockers in front, brings a man in motion. Gaines takes the snap, runs straight ahead, and he's in! A 2-yard touchdown run by Tanner Gaines, the sophomore out of Hector, with the Arkansas Tech Phil Wright Autoplex fireworks touchdown. Phil Wright Autoplex, an honest deal at an honest price, and the Wonder Boys are on the scoreboard with 2 minutes and 2 seconds to play in the 3rd quarter. The touchdown run by Tanner Gaines, as he followed the right side of his offensive line right into that beautiful gold end zone in the north end here at Thone Stadium at Burkle Field. For Tanner Gaines, that is his 2nd rushing touchdown of the season. And now it will be Jesus Zazumbo to attempt the extra point with 2:02 left in the 3rd quarter. There's the snap. The placement is down. The kick is away. It is good, and our new score with 2:02 left in the 3rd quarter is Southern Nazarene 10, Arkansas Tech 7. Here at the Team Clean broadcast booth, we step aside for 30 seconds. You're listening to the Wonder Boys. The scoring drive for Arkansas Tech, 6 plays, 58 yards. It took 2 minutes and 3 seconds, resulting in a 2-yard touchdown run by Tanner Gaines, a run that was set up by a 25-yard run by Brian Allen. And now Carson French will kick it back to the Crimson Storm with 2:02 left in the 3rd quarter, and the Southern Nazarene lead cut to 10-7.
Southern Arkansas has extended their lead now, 17-7 over Northwest Oklahoma.
Jaquil Davis and Stephen Gordon back deep for Southern Nazarene. There is not a breath of wind right now to influence this kick. It'll come down to Shaquille Davis at the 1-yard line. He's out over the 5, the 10, running along the near boundary, 20, 25, 30, 35. Blockers in front to the 40 and tackled at the 44-yard line. A kickoff return of 43 yards by Shaquille Davis. And boy, Kelly, I had a good feeling about that when it was in the air because French did a good job of forcing the return man, Davis, to catch that football as he was going toward the near side. Well, there's also an offsides penalty against Arkansas Tech that will be tacked onto the end of this run. And so the football will end up at the Southern Nazarene 49-yard line rather than the 44. But it looked like the Wonder Boys had it well positioned, but Shaquille Davis with the long return.
Yeah, a lot of times you see the fair catch when it's on about the 1 or 2 yard line so they can place the ball on the 25, but not that time. He must have seen a little gap up through there, and he took advantage of it. Had some good blocks.
A minute 53 left in the third quarter. Southern Nazarene with the football, a 10-7 lead and great field position beginning from its own 49-yard line. Gage Porter takes the snap, quarterback draw, bounces it to the outside, looking for running room, finding none. He is upended for a loss. In on that tackle for Arkansas Tech, Chris Cale, Deandra Irvin, and DJ Williams. The play goes for a loss of 1 back to the Southern Nazarene 48. And from there, it'll be 2nd down and 11 for the Crimson Storm.
Good discipline that time. They played their zones.
Clock rolling, a minute 25 left in the third quarter. Glad you're with us on River Country, KCJC, and ArkansasTechSports.com. In a shotgun formation, it is Southern Nazarene quarterback Gage Porter. Man in motion, Walker fakes the handoff to him. Porter runs straight ahead and carries the football and Arkansas Tech defenders to the 48-yard line. No gain on the play, and it'll be 3rd down and 11 for Southern Nazarene. Fresh faces along that defensive front for Arkansas Tech, including Carlos Gordon, the freshman from North Little Rock, in to rush the passer here on 3rd down and 11. Left defensive end on this play for Arkansas Tech will be Richard Butler. Trey Chisholm is in on that defensive line for Arkansas Tech, along with Deidrick Dugan. Dugan already with 2 quarterback sacks this year. Porter loses the handle as he went to throw and then falls on it. That will be a fumble that Porter is able to recover himself back at the 41-yard line for a loss of 7. And it's amazing, just the little things that make such a difference in a football game. That's the 2nd time tonight that a Southern Nazarene quarterback has completely lost the handle on a wet football and had it fall right back into their arms.
Very fortunate right there, but it did pin them back a little bit further, so we'll get a little decent position here.
And it was the final play of the third quarter. 15 minutes remaining tonight at Thone Stadium at Burkle Field in Russellville. Our score is Southern Nazarene 10 and Arkansas Tech 7 in the Team Clean broadcast booth. We pause for 30 seconds. You're listening to the Wonder Boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for the Fight on Rewards field goal kick.
Back in the Team Clean broadcast booth at Thone Stadium at Burkle Field, Southern Nazarene leading Arkansas Tech 10-7 as we go to the fourth quarter. Kelly Davis has other scores from around the GAC.
Well, it looks like Ouachita will be 4-0 going into that contest next week as they have a 42-0 lead over East Central. Henderson State, that game has gotten a little bit tighter. Henderson State 24, Southwest Oklahoma 21. Harding is going to win 49-7 over Oklahoma Baptist. And then Northwest in Southern Arkansas, it's still 17-7 Southern Arkansas.
Southern Nazarene to punt on 4th down and long as we begin the fourth quarter here in Russellville. Line of scrimmage is the Southern Naz 41. The punt is angled toward the near sideline, takes a big bounce and goes out of bounds inside the 20. The official indicates that it went out at the 16-yard line of Arkansas Tech, and so it will be 1st down and 10 for the Wonder Boys from there. following a punt of 43 yards by Ryan Reed. There is timeout on the field, 14 minutes and 52 seconds remaining. Southern Nazarene leads 10-7. In the Team Clean broadcast booth, we pause for 30 seconds. This is Wonder Boys football. Kelly, we would be remiss if we made it through the broadcast without mentioning the passing of a Wonder Boys basketball legend yesterday, Dr. Donovan Horn.
Yes, I'll tell you what, one of the first All-Americans to play basketball here for Coach Heinzman. He was, a great run. They did not lose very many games in his tenure here at Arkansas Tech.
Handoff on first down to Brian Allen, and Allen carries out to the 26-yard line. Looks like he'll have enough for an Arkansas Tech Buffalo Wild Wings first down, and he will. 1st and 10 Wonder Boys at their own 26-yard line, 14:37 to play in the fourth quarter. Carter Burcham hands it again to Allen. Allen running right, running room 35-40. Another Arkansas Tech Buffalo Wild Wings first down as he carries the football all the way out to the 42-yard line before Anthony Stevens and Josh Jordan make the tackle. They've got him down at the 43 for a gain of 17. Brian Allen is over 100 yards rushing on the night, and the Wonder Boys ready to go again. This time Allen will run left. Allen around left into midfield. Bounced out of bounds there. Forced out for Southern Nazarene by Trevon Hadley. They've got Allen out of bounds at the 50 for a gain of 7. That's now 26 carries for 126 yards for Arkansas Tech's Brian Allen, and he'll get a breather as Ladarius Burns checks in. It is 2nd down and 3 for the Wonder Boys at the 50-yard line. Burcham gives to Burns, and nothing there for the freshman. He tries to bounce it to the outside left, and not anymore there. He will go for a loss of 1 back to the Arkansas Tech 49-yard line. Credit the tackle for Southern Nazarene to Daniel Flynn. And now it's 3rd down and 4 for the Wonder Boys. The ball rests at the Arkansas Tech 49. The Wonder Boys must advance to the Southern Nazarene 47 in order to pick up the first down. Carter Burcham awaits the snap in a pistol formation. It's a low snap. Burcham picks it up. Now rolling right, looking downfield, still rolling, pump fake. Now he throws short of his intended receiver, Therese Hampton. It is incomplete. It is 4th down and 4. And here comes the Pooch punting unit for Arkansas Tech, led by Carson Ayers. It will be his 2nd punt of the night. His previous punt traveled 42 yards and was indeed downed inside the 20-yard line, which is his goal.
We need about a 49-yard punt right here.
The line of scrimmage is the Wonder Boys 49 with 13 minutes and 19 seconds to play.
And fair catch, pin him deep.
Waiting to return the punt at his own 10-yard line is Josh Jordan. Ayers' punt is away. A wobbly spiral that will land and take a Southern Nazarene bounce. It landed at the 25-yard line and then came back upfield and went out of bounds at the 30-yard line. And so that punt only traveled 21 yards. And Southern Nazarene will have it 1st and 10 at its own 30 when we come back. 13 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Southern Nazarene 10, Arkansas Tech 7. In the Team Clean broadcast booth, we pause for 30 seconds. You're listening to the Wonder Boys. 13 minutes and 10 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Southern Nazarene 10, Arkansas Tech 7. Great American Conference football from Thone Stadium at Burkle Field in Russellville on River Country, KCJC, and ArkansasTechSports.com. Southern Nazarene with the football, 1st and 10 at its own 30. Man in motion is Stephen Gordon. Goes toward the far side of the field. They set up a screen to him, but Jacob Spady's pass is much too tall for Stephen Gordon. And the incompletion will make it 2nd down and 10 for the Crimson Storm from its own 30. Southern Nazarene in this football game has attempted 9 forward passes, and they have completed 2 of them. 13:06 remaining, and it's 2nd down and 10 for the Crimson Storm from their own 30. 2 receivers to the near side, Reed Roloffs and Stephen Gordon. 2 more receivers right. For quarterback Jacob Spady, brings a man in motion, hands it off to Gordon. Gordon upended, ball comes loose. Ball comes loose inside the 25. The Wonder Boys should have it. They had a lot of green jerseys there to fall on the football, and they did. Fumbled, recovered by Arkansas Tech.
Ooh, good break.
There is one Wonder Boy slow to rise. No indication yet as to who recovered the fumble, but the Wonder Boys have the football inside the 25-yard line as the ball carrier, Stephen Gordon, was upended in the backfield for a loss. Lost the football as he was going head over heels forward. And the Wonder Boys will have it. There is an injured Arkansas Tech player on the field. And while they tend to him, we will pause for 30 seconds here in the Team Clean broadcast booth. You're listening to the Wonder Boys.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's Sawyer Shields, number 45.
Sawyer Shields, senior defensive lineman from Eagle, Idaho for Arkansas Tech, was the injured player. He is helped to the near sideline and will be evaluated by members of the Arkansas Tech athletic training staff. The fumble was forced by Andrew Craig, and it was D.J. Williams who had 2 interceptions last week. D.J. Williams credited with the fumble recovery. And it is 1st and 10, Arkansas Tech at the Southern Nazarene 22-yard line. Carter Burcham, the quarterback. Brian Allen, the running back, in a pistol formation. And now whistles and penalty flags, and I believe perhaps a little false start against the Wonder Boys as there was a little bit of confusion. I know Brian Allen was trying to kind of take a step forward to see what was going on in front of him, and it'll be a 5-yard penalty against Arkansas Tech that moves the football back to the Southern Nazarene 27-yard line. A huge opportunity here for Arkansas Tech following Southern Nazarene's first turnover of the game.
You have to take advantage of it.
It's 1st and 15 at the Southern Naz 27. Burcham wants to throw. Burcham plenty of time, rolling to his left. Looking downfield, nothing there. Now he unloads across the middle, complete to Hampton inside the 10. They're going to stop him at the 6-yard line. He stays on his feet and goes down at the 5. Tackle made for Southern Nazarene at the 5-yard line by Anthony Stevens. The gain on the play is a gain of 22 to the Southern Nazarene 5-yard line. It is an Arkansas Tech Buffalo Wild Wings first down, and now the Wonder Boys have a chance to take their first lead of the night. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Just great patience by a redshirt freshman that time.
Burcham hands to Allen. Allen trying to get around right in, shakes off the tackle, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Brian Allen, as he was able to run through one would-be tackler at the 4-yard line and sprinted into the end zone to give the Wonder Boys their first lead of the night on a Phil Wright Autoplex Fireworks Wonder Boys touchdown. Brian Allen carries it in, and the Wonder Boys lead it 13-10. It will officially go into the books as a 6-yard touchdown run by Brian Allen. Allen's 22nd career rushing touchdown, his first of this season. The placement is down. Zazumbo's extra point is good, and our new score.
And a flag.
Well, let's wait and see.
It looked like maybe after the play, though.
Let's wait and make sure the penalty flag is not. Both teams are leaving the field, so I believe the result of the play is going to stand. We'll sort it out when we come back. 12 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the fourth quarter, and our new score is Arkansas Tech 14, Southern Nazarene 10. Here in the Team Clean broadcast booth, we pause for 30 seconds. You're listening to the Wonder Boys.
The result of the play is a successful try for point. After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, number 27 on the kicking team. 15-yard penalty and forced on the succeeding kickoff.
The scoring drive for Arkansas Tech was 2 plays, 22 yards. It took 35 seconds, resulting in the 6-yard touchdown run by Brian Allen. The penalty on the extra point was against Arkansas Tech, a 15-yarder for unnecessary roughness. And so that moves the football for this kickoff back to the Arkansas Tech 20-yard line. And that brings up the specter of some pretty good field position for Southern Nazarene as a result of the penalty on the extra point against Arkansas Tech.
Yes, it does. This is the position that you kick from after a safety. So we'll see what happens. The last time they had a little bit of success when they did a squib kick, not much of a return. But last time, a great kick, and they had a great return.
Arkansas Tech now leads at 14-10. First lead of the night for the Wonder Boys as they have come back from what was a 10-0 deficit at halftime. To take the lead, Carson French's kickoff is a line drive end over ender. It'll be fielded inside the 20-yard line, out over the 30, up to the 35, past the 40-yard line, and all the way up to the 45-yard line of Southern Nazarene goes the return man for the Crimson Storm, Stephen Gordon, tackled there by, among others, Christian Cole of Arkansas Tech. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Crimson Storm from its own 45-yard line. The bad news is they've got great field position. The good news for Arkansas Tech is that absent Wonder Boy turnovers, Southern Nazarene has not been able to do very much offensively tonight. The Crimson Storm with just 99 yards of total offense in this game with 12 minutes and 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jacob Spady is the Southern Nazarene quarterback. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. And Daniel Ramos is the running back. Spady awaits the snap, has it, looks right, throws right, but there are whistles.
Too much time.
And the play clock did expire, so a delay of game penalty against Southern Nazarene. The rate and the frequency of the penalties has been reduced here in the second half. Southern Nazarene now 7 penalties for 68 yards in the game.
Southern Arkansas kicked a field goal, had a 20-7 lead. Now Northwest has scored. It's 20-14 with 12 minutes remaining in their game.
Tell you what, those Rangers from Alva, Oklahoma are going to be a tough this year. First down and 15 for Southern Nazarene following the penalty. The handoff is faked, and running straight ahead with it for Southern Nazarene is quarterback Jacob Spady. The Wonder Boys tackle him at the 44-yard line following a gain of 4. It'll be 2nd down and 11 for Southern Nazarene from there. Clock goes under, 12 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter, and the Wonder Boys enjoy a 14-10 lead over Southern Nazarene.
That extra point was very important because that forces Southern Naz to at least have to make a touchdown to take the lead.
Spady will work from a pistol plus formation here. He's got Ramos behind him, and then 2 other setbacks alongside him. Reese Carlson to his right, and Nate Walker to his left. The handoff is to Walker. Walker tries to get around right in, gets around 2 Arkansas Tech defenders, and then walks the tightrope down the far sideline into Arkansas Tech territory, and they're going to stop him at the 46-yard line of Arkansas Tech. And so that play goes for a gain of 10, and it makes it 3rd down and 1 for Southern Nazarene. And if the Wonder Boys could make a stop here on 3rd and 1, it would be very interesting to see what the Crimson Storm would do on 4th down. Southern Nazarene is 2 out of 11 on 3rd down conversion attempts so far tonight, including 0 for 4 in the second half. Spady will work from the shotgun. 2 receivers to his right, 2 to his left on 3rd down and 1. Fakes the handoff, goes straight ahead, and he is stopped. Second effort might get him the first down, though. The Wonder Boys had that thing stopped for no gain, and it was probably almost time to blow the whistle when Southern Nazarene was able to get one last surge, and that one last surge carried them the yard they needed for the first down.
The line to gain was the 45, and the ball is sitting on the 45.
So a great second effort there by Southern Nazarene, and that's an example where a rule change of some years ago where you can aid the runner by pushing from behind makes a big difference. 1st and 10 at the Tech 45. Spady hands to Ramos. Ramos goes up the middle, and they're going to rule him down at the 44-yard line with a gain of 1. First contact made defensively for Arkansas Tech by linebacker Gio Williams. And it'll be 2nd down and 9 for Southern Nazarene at the Arkansas Tech 44-yard line. Checking the defensive leaders tonight for Arkansas Tech. Quay Rose leads the way with 11 tackles. KJ Reed has 10 tackles tonight. Andrew Craig with 5 tackles, and 3 of those have been for a loss. It's 2nd down and 9 for Southern Nazarene at the Arkansas Tech 44-yard line. 9 minutes and 38 seconds left. Wonder Boys lead 14-10. Trying to cap off a second-half comeback to get to 2-2 on the season. Spady hands it off to Carlson. Carlson working to get around left end, pursued and taken down, upended by D.J. Williams, the junior defensive back out of Mobile, Alabama. Makes the stop at the 43-yard line following a gain of 1. There is another injured player. This time it is a Southern Nazarene player.
Good job by the defense that time to spread the field out. Had to go east and west, never could turn it up.
While they tend to the injured Southern Nazarene player here in the Team Clean broadcast booth, we pause for 30 seconds. Tech leads 14-10. This is Wonder Boys football. Nine minutes and 15 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Arkansas Tech 14, Southern Nazarene 10. The injured Southern Nazarene player, Reese Carlson, the man who carried the football in that last play, is back to his feet and now will gingerly make his way back to the far sideline. It'll be a long walk as the injury occurred right in front of the Arkansas Tech bench. And Kelly, this has been a hard-hitting football game. There's been a number of guys who needed some help to get off the field tonight.
Yes, it sure has. Sam, are you seeing something? Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
I don't know. Let's find out.
Or are you seeing what I'm not seeing?
I'm almost afraid to find out.
I'm seeing no umbrellas.
That means that the rain must have at least let up here at Thone Stadium at Burkle Field. Which
That's a good thing.
A very good thing. It'll be 3rd down and 8 for Southern Nazarene. Line of scrimmage is the Arkansas Tech 43. And a big chance here for the Arkansas Tech defense to get a stop and preserve this 14-10 lead for Arkansas Tech.
I knew I had you on that one because you were paying attention to the game.
Yes.
And obviously I wasn't.
But that's why you're here, for those extras. That's why you're here, Kelly. I appreciate that. 3rd down and 8. He's not even a board-certified meteorologist. Jacob Spady waits the snap, has it. Here comes the pressure. It is deflected, incomplete. Reaching up to get a big paw on that one and batted away for Arkansas Tech. It was the freshman, Deidrick Dugan, out of Sulphur Springs, Texas, deflecting that would-be screen pass and forcing Southern Nazarene into a likely punting situation on 4th down and 8 from the Arkansas Tech 43-yard line.
I really thought they would think about it for a second. You know, with 9 minutes to go, they haven't had a lot of offensive production.
I'm quite certain that the possibility of a fake punt is on the mind of the Arkansas Tech 11 right now, as Ryan Reed awaits the snap.
There it is. It is.
They're going to try to run it right up the middle. And
we got the ball.
The Wonder Boys have taken the loose ball now and back into Southern Nazarene territory with it. It is Richard Butler. A defensive end by trade. Richard Butler got the loose ball. And Kelly, I'm going to have to be real honest. I'd love to see a replay of that one. I'm not really sure how the football ended up in his arms, but I'm glad that it did. I'm not sure.
I don't know if they ever got a handoff made or it was
I
laid on the
almost
ground.
think that the way the football came out of there, I'm almost wondering if they tried to run the old Fumblerooski. It came out awfully quickly.
Well, if they did try to hand it off, they handed it off to the wrong person.
And the football ended up in the arms of Arkansas Tech's Richard Butler. And now the Wonder Boys have the football, as the Wonder Boys were indeed ready for the fake, and they were indeed able to stop it.
I wonder if he can play fullback. It looked like he knew how to run the ball.
He did. Hand off to Brian Allen. Allen makes some running room. He's to the 30. He's to the 25, still on his feet. He's inside the 25 and down to the 21-yard line. And with that run, Brian Allen has become just the fourth Arkansas Tech player to reach 3,000 career rushing yards.
Congratulations, Brian.
He joins Travis Horn, Eddie Metter, and the Mariana Mauler, Larry Brown at that plateau. And now he'll add to his total as he gets another handoff and carries it inside the 20 and down to about the 16-yard line.
The Mariana Mauler is with us tonight, so I'm sure he's cheering on his fellow running back.
8 minutes and 17 seconds to go. Brian Allen, the running back. He gets the handoff from Carter Burcham. Up the middle he goes, and he stays on his feet down to the 11-yard line. That'll be enough for another Arkansas Tech Buffalo Wild Wings first down, the 19th of the night for the Wonder Boys. And now Arkansas Tech knocking on the door of a touchdown that could very well put this one away, especially given Southern Nazarene's offensive struggles.
Absolutely. A field goal still puts them in within shot.
A touchdown here could make you feel awfully good about things. Carter Burcham in the pistol, turns, gives to Allen. Allen tries the middle, and nothing there. He'll be stopped for no gain. It'll be second down and 10 for the Wonder Boys. The line of scrimmage will remain the Southern Nazarene 11-yard line. Clock rolling, 7 minutes and 34 seconds left. Southern Nazarene led this game 10-0 at halftime, but the Wonder Boys behind a 2-yard touchdown run by Tanner Gaines and a 6-yard touchdown run by Brian Allen now lead it 14-10 with 7 minutes and 17 seconds to go. Second down and 10 from the 11. Burcham gives to Ladarius Burns. Big hole up the middle. He's upended as he goes over the 5-yard line, and down to the 3 goes Ladarius Burns, the freshman running back out of Little Rock, with a gain of 8. It is third down and 2 at the 3-yard line. The Wonder Boys send in the short yardage package. Tanner Gaines will take the snap.
Tell you what, he had a full head of steam that time.
Eastburn among the blockers right. Gaines runs it right up the middle, dives for the end zone, and he is stopped short. They've got him down at the 1. Now the question is, does he have enough for the first down on what was a third down and 2 play?
It looks like he did make the first down.
It is an Arkansas Tech Buffalo Wild Wings first down, a gain of 2 on third down and 2, and the Wonder Boys now have it first and goal at the 1.
4 times here. Let's go.
Gaines awaits the snap. Gaines takes the snap. Follows his line into the end zone. Touchdown, Arkansas Tech. Tanner Gaines with his second touchdown run of the night, and the Wonder Boys lead it 20-10 on a Phil Wright Autoplex fireworks touchdown here at Thone Stadium at Burkle Field in Russellville. Phil Wright Autoplex, an honest deal at an honest price, and now Jesus Zazumbo will attempt the extra point.
Easy to say, tale of two halves.
The holder is Landon Smith. There's the snap. The placement is down. Kick is away. It is good, and our new score with 6 minutes and 27 seconds to play is Arkansas Tech 21, Southern Nazarene 10. Here in the Team Clean broadcast booth, we pause for 30 seconds. You're listening to the Wonder Boys. 6 minutes and 27 seconds to play in the fourth quarter, and the Wonder Boys behind 21 unanswered points, 14 of which were set up by Southern Nazarene turnovers, have given the Wonder Boys now a 21-10 lead. That scoring drive was 7 plays, 40 yards. It took 2 minutes and 26 seconds and resulted in the second touchdown run of the night by Tanner Gaines. And with the Wonder Boys leading 21-10, it'll be Carson French to kick it back to Southern Nazarene with 6 minutes and 27 seconds to go. Waiting back deep for the Crimson Storm inside the 10-yard line, Stephen Gordon on the near side, and Jaquil Davis on the far side. It'll come down to Davis at the 4-yard line. He runs it right up the numbers along the far sideline, 20, 25, and out to the 27-yard line. The ball is out. The Wonder Boys say they have it. Now the officials will have to talk it over and decide if that is indeed the fact. Alex Wade
I don't believe he was
came out
ever
there
on the
with
ground.
the football. It seemed like he was down before the ball came out, but the official says it's Arkansas Tech's football. The fumble is ruled, and it's Alex Wade who recovered it for Arkansas Tech, and that might do it with 6 minutes and 17 seconds to go. Southern Nazarene commits its third turnover of the second half. The turnovers are now even at 3 apiece, and Southern Nazarene head coach Andy Lambert would like a further explanation over on the far sideline, as he had the same gut reaction that I had, to be real honest about it, that the return man was down before that football came out, but the officials, who had a much better look at it than I, saw it otherwise.
It sure looked like he might have been gotten rolled over, and he was on top of a Tech player on the ground and then lost control.
That very well may be the case. Regardless, it is the Wonder Boys football at the Southern Nazarene 28-yard line. Handoff Brian Allen. He's up the middle inside the 20, and down to the 15-yard line goes Brian Allen. He now has 32 carries for 175 yards tonight, and he has another Arkansas Tech Buffalo Wild Wings first down as we go under 6 minutes to play. Burcham turns, fakes the handoff. Burcham trying to run around left end. He'll be pursued and dropped for no gain. Excellent pursuit and a play made defensively for Southern Nazarene by Jaquil Davis, the same man who was ruled to have fumbled that kickoff just moments ago.
A big change down in Arkadelphia. It's Southwest Oklahoma, 28. Henderson State, 24.
Line of scrimmage here remains the Southern Nazarene 15. It's second down and 10 for the Wonder Boys. Burcham turns, gives to Brian Allen. Allen runs around left end, and he'll be dropped after a short gain. I believe it's 2 yards to the 13. The Southern Nazarene tackle recorded by Miles Roll, senior linebacker. They've got him down at the 14-yard line for a gain of 1. That makes it third down and 9. And this Southern Nazarene defense trying to force the Wonder Boys into a field goal attempt rather than giving up a touchdown that would almost surely put this one away for Arkansas Tech. Burcham awaits the snap on 3rd and 9. Hands it off. Ladarius Burns hurdles 2 men, one of his teammates and one Southern Nazarene player, and is shortly thereafter taken down at the 15-yard line for a loss of 1. It's 4th down and 10, and now it will be a 32-yard field goal attempt for Jesus Zazumbo. It'll be a 32-yard try from just inside the right hash mark, kicking toward the south goalposts and the bandstand here at Thone Stadium at Burkle Field. He'll have a chance to make this a 14-point lead for the Wonder Boys. Down under 4.5 minutes remaining. The snap is good, so is the placement. The kick is away. It is wide to left, no good. The field goal try is unsuccessful, and Southern Nazarene gets the football back with 4 minutes and 18 seconds to go, and at least an ounce of hope for the Crimson Storm, with the Arkansas Tech lead staying at 21-10. We'll be back with you next Saturday morning at 11:30 a.m., a noon kickoff for Arkansas Tech and Ouachita Baptist from Cliff Harris Stadium in Arkadelphia.
That one has gone final, Sam, 42-0, Ouachita Baptist over East Central.
A big, big challenge coming up for the Wonder Boys next Saturday. Ouachita Baptist undefeated and ranked 9th in the nation.
Another final, Harding 56, Oklahoma Baptist 7.
Here we've got 4 minutes and 18 seconds left. Gage Porter's pass batted down. Jared Loftus coming through on the Arkansas Tech defensive line to get a hand on that one and force the incompletion. It makes it 2nd down and 10 for the Crimson Storm from its own 20-yard line.
So Harding moves to 3-1 on the season.
I think one thing we figured out through 4 weeks of the year, Ouachita Baptist, Southern Arkansas, and Harding are all pretty darn good.
They are the teams to beat right now.
4 minutes and 14 seconds left here in Russellville. Arkansas Tech trying to complete a comeback and even its record at the 500 mark this season. Gage Porter on the quarterback draw. Goes straight ahead to the 21-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down and 9 from there. Southern Nazarene 3 out of 13 on 3rd down conversion tries so far tonight. They have just 114 yards of total offense. The clock is rolling. Down to 3 minutes and 45 seconds left now with Tech in front 21-10.
They don't seem to be in a hurry.
Porter wants to throw on 3rd down and 9 under pressure. Porter rolling left. Porter looking downfield. He throws. It is incomplete.
Well, he was way past the line of scrimmage when he threw that ball.
And they flagged.
Maybe they caught it.
It's going to be the Wonder Boys will almost certainly decline.
Well, that'd be a loss of down. It's a loss of down penalty.
No reason to decline. Yeah, it is a loss of down.
Yeah. Go ahead and back them up.
Back them up and force them to punt it from there. It's going to be 4th down and long by the time they enforce the penalty for the illegal forward pass.
Illegal forward pass, number 14, offense, 5-yard penalty for the spot of the foul.
And they do indeed indicate that it is loss of down, and so it'll be 4th down and 14. And I guess they might as well go for it, but they're going to punt it away. It'll be Ryan Reed to boot it for Southern Nazarene. And if the Wonder Boys can just take care of the football the rest of the way, it should be elementary from here. And Arkansas Tech will improve to 2-2 on the season, with a chance to go down and face one of the best Division II teams in the country next Saturday in Arkadelphia. Ryan Reed's punt is away. It was going to be fair call.
That'd be a penalty.
Penalty against Southern Nazarene as Jaquil Davis went crashing into the Arkansas Tech return man, Tyrus Fort. He was trying to make a fair catch at midfield, and Jaquil Davis ran right into him before the football arrived. And so that would be catch interference against Southern Nazarene.
And then we've got 2 other penalties after that, I think, or at least one after that.
It all comes with 3 minutes and 19 seconds remaining, and Arkansas Tech leading 21-10.
You're going to have a live ball penalty and then a dead ball penalty.
The officials sorting it out as we speak. So they do just end up going with just the one foul.
There you go.
For catch interference against Southern Nazarene. That's a 15-yarder from the spot of the foul, which was the Crimson Storm 47-yard line, and so Arkansas Tech will get to start from the Southern Nazarene 32. And right now the goal of the Arkansas Tech offense is to either score or at bare minimum get the final 3 minutes and 19 seconds off of that clock and go ahead and wrap this one up in the win column for Arkansas Tech. A reminder, the Golden Suns volleyball team is at home 3 times this week, 6 p.m. Monday, 6 p.m. Friday, and 2 p.m. Saturday, all at Tucker Coliseum. Admission is free. Hand off to Justin Bailey. Bailey runs left and gets down inbounds for a loss of 1 back to the 33-yard line. If Brian Allen's evening is over, what a night it was. 32 carries for 175 yards and a touchdown. He also had a 44-yard reception. So 219 all-purpose yards tonight for Brian Allen.
One thing you like to see is a 5.5-yard average. That really helps.
Clock rolling down to 2 minutes and 43 seconds left. Play clock is at 10. As Carter Burcham awaits the snap on 2nd down and 11 from the Southern Nazarene 33. Has the snap. Gives to Bailey. Bailey goes up the middle and gets the yard back that he lost on the previous play. And it'll be 3rd down and 10 for the Wonder Boys. New line of scrimmage is the Southern Naz 32.
We talk about Brian having a shot at becoming the all-time career rushing leader. How many did he need coming into tonight? Do you remember?
Well, now I'm going to need to do a little bit of math.
Well, it was 800 and something to begin the year.
Yeah. Let me consult the record book here as the Wonder Boys watch the play clock wind down to 12 seconds. The game clock is down under 2 minutes to play now.
Causing him to do homework now.
This will be 3rd down and 10. Burcham takes the snap, hands it off to Justin Bailey. Bailey goes up the middle. A Southern Nazarene player lost his hat. The gain is 4 to the 28. It'll be 4th down and 6 from there. And the Wonder Boys will bring their offense over to the near side. And they're going to send out Carson Ayers and the Pooch punting group to try to pin Southern Nazarene deep in its own territory.
Well, we're already pinned pretty deep. Maybe just go for it.
Boy, we're getting into some higher math over here now.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch, we're in punt formation.
Game clock's down to 1 minute and 14 seconds left.
This will not be a good net punt if we try to keep them pinned deep, because with the ball on the, 28-yard line, we need about a 27-yard punt. Now they're going to call timeout and talk about it. I've talked them into it, Sam.
While they do that, we will pause for 30 seconds here in the Team Clean broadcast booth. This is Arkansas Tech football. After further consideration, the Wonder Boys are going to line up to attempt what would be a 45-yard field goal here. Carson French has the stronger leg of the two kickers for Arkansas Tech, and so it will be he who will try this 45-yard field goal from the left hash mark with 1 minute and 1 second remaining.
For Arkansas Tech, a 45-yard field goal.
Wonder Boys have yet to make a field goal tonight. French's kick will be plenty long, and it is good. A 45-yard field goal from the left hash mark for Carson French. And with 55 seconds remaining, our new score is Arkansas Tech 24 and Southern Nazarene 10. Here in the Team Clean broadcast booth, we pause for 30 seconds. This is Arkansas Tech football. .55 seconds remaining. The scoring drive for Arkansas Tech was 4 plays, 4 yards, took 2 minutes and 24 seconds, and resulted in a 45-yard field goal by Carson French on his first career field goal try, but most likely not his last, as now he will kick it back to Southern Nazarene with 55 seconds left, and Arkansas Tech leading 24-10. Wonder Boys will go to 2-2 on the year. Southern Nazarene will fall to 1-3. Kelly, I've got some information for you on your request from a moment ago of what Brian Allen now needs in order to become the all-time leading rusher at Arkansas Tech. He needs 564 yards over the final 7 regular season games. We'll right now assume no postseason, although that's certainly still very much a possibility. But if we assume just the regular season games, he would need to average 80.6 yards per game the rest of the way in order to catch and surpass Larry Brown and become the all-time leading rusher in Arkansas Tech history.
Well, I'll tell you what, that's very doable. You know, Brian Allen had a great night tonight, so we'll see.
Yeah, this 175-yard performance tonight certainly gets him back on a better pace to be able to consider that possibility.
It's been a fun one down in Arkadelphia. Now Henderson State has recaptured the lead, 31-28 over Southwest Oklahoma. Still 2.5 minutes to go in that game.
Following the Carson French kickoff, Southern Nazarene will begin from its own 20-yard line with 50 seconds remaining, and the Wonder Boys in front 24-10. Next home game for Arkansas Tech will be on Saturday, October 6th. UA Monticello will be the opponent. It'll be a 6 p.m. kickoff, 4 p.m. party at the Plaza. I'm going to go ahead and give you a no-rain guarantee on October 6th. We've been a little snake bit by the rain so far.
Oh, the averages have to be in our favor now.
There's no way it could rain on October 6th.
Write it down, my friends. He said it right here.
No gain on the first down run by Southern Nazarene.
As Paul Smith shakes his head, oh, you've just jinxed us.
Yeah, Paul's too much of a baseball guy. He believes in jinxes. So, yeah. We're down to 20 seconds left. And a quarterback keeper by Gage Porter that will probably be the last play of the game. He runs it out to the 22-yard line for a gain of 2. And, oh, no, they're not going to call a timeout, are they? Inexplicably, Southern Nazarene has called a timeout. That gives us an opportunity to remind you one last time that this is the Team Clean broadcast booth, and we will pause for 30 seconds. This is Arkansas Tech football. Ten seconds remaining. Arkansas Tech 24, Southern Nazarene 10. After this, the Crimson Storm will have one timeout left. It is 3rd down and 8. The line of scrimmage is the Southern Naz 22. And Gage Porter prepares to take what could be and hopefully will be the final snap of the game.
Looks like Southern Arkansas will survive tonight as well. 27-14.
Ball comes loose inside the 15-yard line on a failed exchange on a handoff. Southern Nazarene has recovered the fumble, and that will be the end of the game. The Arkansas Tech Wonder Boys have rallied from a 10-point halftime deficit to score 24 unanswered in the second half, and our final score as the fireworks go off overhead at Thone Stadium at Merkle Field is Arkansas Tech 24 and Southern Nazarene 10. Here in the Team Clean broadcast booth, we will pause for 1 minute and then come back with the final numbers. Wonder Boys win. This is Arkansas Tech football.
Golden Sun volleyball Monday night, beginning at 6 p.m. at Tucker College.